secret that when it comes to the plastic bag challenge, Heretic plastic bags are the best in the industry. Starts with the mined salt from the tears of fanboys. They filter the impurities from the salt by placing it in Gene's travel cocktail shaker. After it's melted, the material is placed into a condom machine where it comes out in a single tube. Utilizing Gene's technique for inspection, no blemish will ever see the showroom. Rollers then compress the tube thinner than a marble premise. The film is now easy to work with. 2 rollers cut the film to size. Bags are cut with a hot knife because the jagged edge left from a regular knife would leave a nasty bloody mess. The excess plastic is salvaged in this tube in order to make nylon ropes for people afraid of the bag. The plastic is rolled into spindles thicker than a modern Disney princess. Each spindle weighs more than Andrea after a Panda Express bender. This belt keeps the roll from spinning too fast. Just like his father, Jenova has learned that the best method of control is a strong belt. The next step is printing. Instructions on the bag are left as simple as possible so that even celebrities can figure it out. This machine makes 300 bags, or as it's known in California, about 1 Dan Schneider victim every minute. In another department, bags are made with holes for tying the securing ropes. This machine welds a crease in the bag so that they can be unfolded, with plenty of room for the huge heads of the self-important Hollywood types. Then another machine with a punch cuts the holes for the ropes. At another part of the factory, they fabricate another product, the bags in which these exit bags are carried. The Heretic plant makes 8 types of bags, from plastic bags for heads to plastic bags for other bags. And now you know how Heretic makes their plastic bags. The next time you see a deserving individual, remember Heretic bags.
All right, welcome to Heretic Channel. My name is Jenova.
And I'm Gene Skinner. Welcome, everyone.
I hope everybody's having a good day or good night wherever you are, whenever you are. And it doesn't matter because tonight, hell comes to Hollywood.
That it most certainly does.
And we get a full show tonight, Gene.
Yes,
a
we
full
do.
show.
Yes, we do.
So for people who don't know how it works, we're going to go over some interesting news. I say interesting, but tonight our news is rather boring, to be honest, Gene.
Okay.
Yeah, barely a page and a half of news that would interest anybody. And then we got a Dago on film for Candyman. 2021, the Candyman requel, I guess you could call it, Gene.
Prequel, boot fest.
Yes. So I watched it 3 times, and well, we'll talk about it when we get there.
Yeah,
Gene, what are
we
you
will.
drinking?
I am drinking a smoking
Juice
gun.
wine?
Oh, you having
Sorry.
juice?
No, I'm fucking drunk already. Go ahead.
I'm having a smoking gun.
A smoking gun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the kind they find, when they catch you doing something. Red-handed smoking gun. On
Yes,
caffeine?
exactly.
No, I haven't had caffeine. I'm high. I'm high on Jesus, Harry. I found the Lord.
Did you look in the mirror?
It's a black woman. So I've lost all hope.
Honey child.
Oh, welcome, honey child, to heaven. What can I get you? I was like, fried chicken and waffles. And she's like, we got that for you. You want some collard greens? And I was like, yeah. She was like, we got that for you. You want some fried mac and cheese? That's all heaven is. It's a soul food buffet. That's all it is.
Sign me up.
It's a soul food buffet. Let's just talk, Gene. Let's just talk.
That's fine.
I've got news. But I think we're going to do something a little different.
Sure.
Stupid. Dumb. News is stupid. I swear to God, we're not one of those channels. We're not like here's an 8-minute video on fucking something stupid. I saw, I don't know, I was probably, they're trying to hit that 10-minute mark for whatever, ads. Like everybody doesn't have ad blocker.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, unless you're a Mundane Matt fan, then you probably turn that pesky ad blocker
ad block off. Yep.
I don't
Please
know,
let
Gene.
the ads play. My name is Linkar, and I need the money.
Please let the ads play, please. Please, I have no other skills in life. Really, motherfucker? You can't pick up this box and move it over here?
Nah,
That's
impossible
a skill.
for him.
That's it. Dude, one time at a job, a fucking guy asked me, he says, do you know how to mop? And I went, and I looked at him like, yeah? And he you laugh, but motherfuckers don't know how to mop. And that's when I realized that I was higher up on the food chain than I thought. Gene, you like Elvira, right?
No, I actually don't.
Oh, well, she's a lefty cunt, but...
Yeah, she is, yeah.
But
Her titties are
Elvira,
nice.
that's Cassandra Peterson.
Yeah.
But Elvira as a horror
As the
host.
character. Yeah, as a horror host, she's fine.
Sure, who
but
doesn't love Elvira and those
Yeah.
massive milkers that she has? Because if
It
she
hides
didn't have those...
Yeah. It hides the
And
fact
she's a
that her
redhead.
body is fucking burned, by the
Yeah,
way.
well, hey, that's what happens when hell comes to Hollywood. So Cassandra Peterson, she recently put out an autobiography, Gene.
Uh-huh.
If anybody wants to read it, I don't know, go find it. Yeah, I'm sure if you type in, Elvira autobiography or whatever, it'll pop up.
Shudder
on
was like
Amazon.
having some kind of fucking 40-year anniversary for her or something.
Yeah. Well, what if I told you, Gene,
Mm-hmm.
that Cassandra Peterson, who plays Elvira, in her autobiography,
Uh-huh.
came out as gay or bisexual or something, because she was in a relationship with a dude.
Yeah.
She was married to a man.
Mhm.
So let's say she's bisexual, Gene.
Sure.
So she came out as bisexual, Gene, right?
Uh-huh.
But she
Real hard
talks
for women
about
to do that.
but she talks about a certain relationship. Like she went to the gym, right?
Okay.
And she would go to the gym, right?
Mhm.
And like across the way, she would see this guy there. You know, she didn't want to cheat on her husband, right?
Mhm.
But she would see this guy there, and he was kind of dark and brooding, you know? And like
Okay.
people would like move out of his way when he walked through, like, you
Mhm.
know, to a machine.
Mhm.
Right? You know, hey, I'm using, hey, I got next bench. People would just give up the bench press for him and shit like
Mhm.
that, you know? And then she got a divorce, right?
Mhm.
And I promise this is going to go somewhere. I promise this story is going somewhere.
Okay, I'm ready.
So eventually, right?
Mm.
So she, you know, so she like sees this guy, you know,
Mhm.
and she just like at some point she's going to the gym
Mhm.
specifically for this
For
dude.
this dude, yeah.
and she just loves to watch him. His autobiography. Elvira, Cassandra Peterson, has been in a secret lesbian relationship for 19 years. Yeah. I wonder if they're also a firefighter. Firefighters should have to date burn victims. And they kept it quiet. They kept it quiet because they didn't want to ruin the Elvira brand, which makes no
Uh-huh.
sense. Because if you found out like Elvira was sucking dick and eating pussy, she'd be even hotter. You'd be like, "Fuck yeah, Elvira, hell yeah!"
Three-way right now.
I didn't even like when you look at the brand that's Elvira.
Uh-huh.
I don't even like Cassandra Peterson, sure.
Yeah.
Right? But as Elvira, I don't even look at like Elvira as having sex with men or women. Elvira is fucking corpses.
Yeah.
That's what she's fucking vampires and werewolves. Like there's the
Zombies.
furry shit and the necrophilia and the fucking this and then that.
Yeah. She's one of those kind of horror characters, so sure.
Right, and I'm super into necrophilia. It's true. I swear it's true.
Help me.
Help me. Please, I need help. I can't get off if she's got a pulse. Stupid.
Yeah.
Cassandra Peterson coming out as, I don't know, bisexual. Who gives a shit? I don't know.
No one cares. No one
I
gives a
wouldn't even
shit.
call that. I wouldn't even call that gay.
No.
I expect most women to be fucking bisexual. That's because
Yeah.
who doesn't like women, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Gay guys. You know? And that's like 1/15 of the LGBTQ whatever the fuck they do these days. I don't care. I don't care how it works. I'm
mystery
busy.
flavor, the gender.
The mystery flavor. I identify as mystery flavor. Elvira was fun though. Shutter. Hey, did Shutter put up Creepshow?
They're
new
working on
Creepshow?
season 3, I think.
Oh no,
put it up yet.
season 3 should be out because it's fucking pirated.
Let me see. I'll actually take a look right now since we're bringing it
Gene's
up.
gonna take a look over at Shutter, guys. Shutter for $8.99 a month For all you horror fans, you guys can get out there and get locked out of your account 1 month into your subscription. Tell them, Gene.
Yeah, that happened to me.
Yeah,
It did.
like fucking literally days after you fucking shilled
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah, that was funny. We got the Phantasm series up again because I guess everyone wants to watch that.
Yeah, that's on
Creep Show.
fucking Tubi too.
Yep, it is. They have all of them on Shudder. Besides 2, they don't have 2 for whatever reason.
Creep
Um,
yeah, it's weird.
They only have the first episode so far of season.
Oh yeah,
3.
there's only one episode. So Gene.
Yeah. Hmm.
So Gene.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode. It's
Okay.
awful.
I
Right.
imagine so. Yeah.
Except it's got this girl, and the second story has this girl from Cobra Kai who, like, just. I don't love her more than Anya Taylor-Joy,
Okay.
but I love her so much. I love her so much.
Okay.
But the first episode, right, has this guy on it, Gene. He's got this guy, Gene. Gene is. I'm gonna say a phrase, and none of you are gonna know what I'm talking about. Open source Astrum, Gene.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now we remember the debacle, right?
Yeah.
With the Earth flag, right?
Yeah.
So, the first episode of Creepshow 3 is by Joe Hill.
Of course it is.
Eh.
Jesus.
This guy has a tattoo on his hand, and what is on his hand, Gene? A
What's on his
fucking
hand?
circle of stars with 3 fucking with a Roman numeral 3 in the fucking middle of it.
Oh.
I wish I would have taken a picture. It's such a and it's so bad.
Yeah.
The second story is not good, but it's way better than the first story. Well, if you compare them.
Uh-huh.
If you compare them.
Hey, Greg, stop having fucking Joe on. He doesn't need to have fucking...
No, he
screen
has to, bro. Joe Hill is Stephen King's son, dude.
time. Greg, you don't have to
We
do it.
have to have him on here, dude.
Greg, you're more talented than that. Don't do this.
Joe Hill is perpetual soy jack face. Or whatever
Yeah,
the
he does.
fuck.
He does.
Stupid fuck.
He's so fucking stupid.
Oh, and that first story is so poorly written. It's so bad.
Imagine my shock that Joe Hill wrote it. Yeah.
I could have talked about that for an hour. I could talk about how bad this fucking 20-minute fucking short is for an hour. Joe Hill's a fucking hack.
Just like his dad.
Hack. Well, yeah, where do you think you learned it from?
Yeah.
His fucking dad. And he's turning into his dad, by the way.
Yeah, he is.
He's turning into same tropes. So he's a religious person. All fucking hillbillies are bad, and they're Republican racists,
Let me guess.
terrorists.
It always takes place in fucking Maine, too.
Probably. I don't know. Oh, here's the worst thing about the second episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
The second episode, they like these kids are going to this hospital to watch like their favorite pop star like give birth and get like a picture of it or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And the name of the hospital, Gene, is Haddonfield Myers Hospital. It's such a hack thing to fucking do. It's such a hack thing. Oh, welcome to Romero University. Your professor, Mr. Craven. Shut the fuck up. So bad. You're telling me that this is the same hospital that Laurie Strode got fucking chased around in? Fuck off. So bad.
We write
You guys
good.
see
We good write.
Good, right. Me write good. Me put reference to dead franchise. It's dead. Okay.
Yeah, it's
It's
dead.
dead. And I'm a fucking Halloween fan, and I know it's fucking dead. There's
Yeah,
nothing Blumhouse touches is gonna be. I told that story, right?
yeah, you did.
Fucking
Yeah,
managers meeting.
yeah. You told us.
Yeah.
Was it?
Another Halloween? Oh, wait, they were doing another Halloween? Yeah, because the first one was awesome.
Really?
All right, calm down, David. What's his name, David? So, guys, how about that fucking Netflix Cowboy Bebop intro? Was that awesome? Did you guys have fun with that? Where are the weebs at right now? I think Rock said it best. It looks like a really bad fan edit.
Yeah.
It looks like a fan edit of the intro. Oh my god, it looks so bad.
Yeah.
Holy shit, no you're not. Oh, and Gren. Oh, Gren. Oh no, Gren. Oh, what did you do? Some Twitter person already called it out. It's like, well, Gren
Yep.
is not like this is Gren's story. It's like, oh, you hate trans people? No, it just you hate trans people. You hate incognitos. God, that Cowboy Bebop intro looks so bad.
It does. It does.
And they're like, "Oh, I saw what you guys posted in Commiewood News. I saw the article. Fans love the intro. No, they don't.
Nice botting, by the way. I saw that. The
No, they
ratios.
don't.
They did the damage control ahead of time and put fucking botting
They
in
have
there.
to, Gene.
Yep.
They can't be seen as wrong.
Yeah.
They don't do anything wrong, Gene.
No, of course not.
We're wrong.
Clearly.
We're the wrong. We're the soy boys living in mommy's basement. Okay? We're the potential school shooters.
Yes.
They're totally not. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I got my eye on them. I'm fucking around. I'm kidding, Your Honor. Seriously, it's a fucking joke. Seriously, though, they're going to get what they deserve.
I'm fed up with this world, and
That's
I'm
a
going
joke.
to enact my vengeance on it. I have no reason, no purpose. I just want everyone to fucking suffer.
I don't know. Anime is gay and it causes autism. You're right, Clayton. You're 100% right. Guys, kids, you should smoke as many cigarettes as possible if it'll stop you from watching anime. Don't ever watch anime. It does. It causes anatism.
Anatism?
Have you seen the people that watch anime, Gene? We've had our own experience with quite the autist lately.
Oh yeah, we certainly
Who
have.
loves their anime.
Hey. Kill
Hey,
yourself, JK
hey,
faggot.
Hey,
Jump off a bridge.
Hey, fajita.
How dare you ruin my
I
top
live in the
this
attic.
anime?
Do you, Harry? You live in the attic with your sister? Did they write a book about it? Is it called Flowers in
Flowers
the
in
Attic?
the attic.
Romero High School was the school in Lollipop Chainsaw. Fucking hack writing, Harry. Don't ever do that. Never, ever do that.
Professor
don't
Craven.
don't name anything after like people who already exist. Like
I love the fact that Wes Craven literally was a professor at the college.
Oh, he was. But you know what he did, Gene? Wes Craven, and we did our Wes Craven
yes, we
show
did.
long
Yes, we
time
did.
ago. Back
Yes,
when
we
we
did.
were awful at this. Now we're slightly less
Mediocre.
awful at this. Yeah, well, below mediocre.
Leo.
Wes Craven said, "I'm tired of teaching kids. I'm gonna fucking make porn. Fuck it."
Yeah. Let me film some porn.
And then he did.
Yeah,
Right.
Deep Throat of all things.
And they said, you know what would be really great? Deep throat? But like, if they cut the girl's stomach open and pulled her guts out. Let me do that.
Yes, Last House on the Left.
I hate that movie.
It's so bad.
It's
He
not
thinks
good.
he thought it is his fucking masterpiece. Like nothing could be as good as no, Wes, it
Your
wasn't.
masterpiece should be thrown in the trash. I will
Yeah.
always say it. Write your best story, make your best picture, write your best work, do whatever the fuck, and throw it the
Throw it in
fuck
the
away. So you never have to live up to that expectation ever.
No.
Like just throw it so nobody sees it. Write it, paint it, draw it, make it, and throw it
Throw
the
it
fuck
in.
away.
Yeah, throw it in the trash.
Put everything into it and fucking send it to the trash bin.
Because that way you don't have to live up to it.
It's already been done.
Yeah.
Now all the pressure is off of you. You don't have to
Ow.
do anything. Kurt
Exactly.
Vonnegut, as Jewy as he was, genius. We love our Jewish genius. Gene, why do we love our Jewish geniuses?
I don't know. Sometimes they can just be right, man. It's just how it is.
I mean, Harlan Ellison, God, in the name of the Father and the Son, fucking the patron saint of Heretic Channel.
And he'd sue us if he ever found out we used him as one.
That little
You're stealing my image.
He was like 5'2". He ain't suing anybody. He'd tell the story about us. About how we crashed our convertible or something. I know you didn't mean to do that. Whatever his story. Tom Snyder's ghost would appear. Tom Snyder is an archangel. Coming down. Now, Tom. Or now, Harlan. You drink that stuff.
and you talk about the plight of the poor people. He drinks fucking Perrier water.
My favorite part of that interview is when he goes, is when Harlan, he's trying to make a joke and nobody laughs. Like, not even Tom laughs at it. And he goes, I figured out how to deal with poor people. And Tom's like, oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. And he goes, we just tax them out of existence. And silence. Fucking dead. And you can see the look on Harlan's face, like, all right, that joke failed. Like, people are taking it serious. It's almost like everybody went quiet, like, yeah, no, that's a good idea. Let's tax them out of existence. Which we should. Poor people are a plague.
They are.
They're
Yes.
lazy. They're the
Yes.
plague of lazy people. You ever seen that South Park episode?
Hmm.
Where it's all poor people and they're going, change. And
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
And Randy fucking gets like in there and he's like, change. Yeah, that's real life.
Yeah.
They're all fucking junkies and fucking lazy. There's like 1 out of 10 poor people you find, not even, are like some guy who's down on his luck, right?
Yeah. Most of the time, it's people with a lot of mental issues. That's the reason why they're poor. That's the biggest thing.
And that says a lot about like the way we treat mental illness in this country.
Yeah. To be fair,
know
they
the
treat it even
best
worse
way,
in other
Gene?
countries.
Gene, you know the best way to deal with mental illness is to remove it from your skull. Do you know the best way to remove mental illness from your skull, Gene?
How?
A gun. It's true. And we've talked about the brain and what a parasite it can be. Okay, it's not part of you.
It's an alien organism.
Yeah, go to hell. You deal with it. Do martyrs go to heaven? I mean, how can you be a martyr if you willingly commit?
I know, right? That's a good question.
Yeah. If I
It's like you're.
nailed
It's like the fucking people that really, really try hard at something. So it's like they're just try-harding it real hard, and you're like, does this person really deserve this reward at the end? Because I don't think they do.
You know what the try hard of suicide is?
What?
13 Reasons Why. just some fucking bitch looking for a reason and can't find it.
I'm gonna make the rapist rape me to prove that he is a rapist.
See, he raped you? Oh, I'm gonna go to his house and prove it. Rape me, rapist man. I bet you won't. Oh, he's raping me. I came so hard. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Your Honor. Don't check my basement. Do not give a search warrant for my basement. He's gonna be shocked because I don't have a basement.
Yeah. On the blueprints.
Haha, Gene. Why they gotta be blueprints, Gene? Why can't they be black prints?
More like blackout
This
prints.
is the best and worst show we've ever done so far.
That's always what happens with it. It
Every
becomes
show.
the
Every
worst
show,
and best at
yeah.
the same time.
It's not even like you can watch the shows backwards because
No.
like, it's just like it never gets as good as it's gonna get.
No. It's just that below mediocre level. We're just
I'm
laughing.
sure there's you go find that show where I just like blatantly am like I hate niggers,
You were pretty.
but I say
fucking
it with
drunk.
like a hard R, like, and I'm serious, and I'm not even like. I think I call Obama one or something. Your Honor, I'm sure you're a black woman.
He's more white than most fucking white people.
Obama's whiter than I am. All right, check this out, Gene. Check this out.
Mhm.
Johnny Depp was recently at a film festival.
Uh-huh.
And the film festival, so look, I know we've talked about what's going on between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Yeah.
And I don't really give a fuck, to be honest with you.
No.
Johnny Depp is a cunt. He's an absolute fucking cunt. And the only reason anybody is backing him, one,
Mm-hmm.
it feels like he is wrongfully accused. I agree with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's a cunt.
Yeah, he
Okay.
is. He's the douche.
And I mean, Gene, the thing
Mhm.
is, you gotta kind of defend cunts sometimes, right?
Sometimes.
But
yeah.
I don't feel like people. I don't feel like the mainstream menace is defending Johnny Depp because he's a cunt.
No.
Or because you have to defend cunts sometimes. I think they're jumping
They
on
ju-
like this bandwagon of like,
yeah.
woman wrong,
Mhm.
woman wrong, ha ha ha, and pointing out
Mhm.
hypocrisy, and that's fine, whatever.
And
Okay.
I think a lot of people also are somewhat attached to Johnny Depp for whatever reason, for whatever fucking movies he's in and all that. Maybe
Pirates
I
of
don't
the
know.
Caribbean.
Pirates
Name
of the
another
Caribbean.
Johnny Depp movie. Name one, Gene. You can't.
Rango.
You can't name another Johnny Depp movie. You can't do it, Gene. It's
Rango.
Pirates of the Caribbean 1
Edward
through 12.
Scissorhands.
Never heard of it, Gene.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Prove it exists. Look it up on IMDb. Okay?
Yeah, Nightmare
It's
on Elm Street
Pirates
doesn't
of the
exist.
Caribbean. That's what the mainstream menace is
Rango
worried
doesn't
about.
exist.
Pirates
Yeah.
of the Caribbean,
Of course,
Gene.
that's all they worry about.
How
'cause
come
they're
you never
fucking-
said Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
I know.
It's literally part of your avatar.
I know. It's okay, Benicio. We'll get there.
I used to
Okay.
be Benicio. Now I don't. I don't have any hair, Gene. I have to wear a hat in the summertime. I have no hair. Shaved it all. But I did. I used to look like
Benicio del Toro.
Gene can verify.
Yeah, he
Anyway.
did.
So he was at this film festival.
Uh-huh.
Johnny Depp was.
Mhm.
And like the film festival was like, fuck all of you. We don't
Mhm.
give a shit. Right? If
Mhm.
like they're totally like innocent until proven guilty, right?
Mhm.
Which by the way is something that like the government has to stick to, which is
Yeah.
something that everybody brings up, right? Like the
Mhm.
government has to stick to it, right?
Yeah.
We all know OG fucking did it.
Yeah.
We all know he did. Nobody cares if a jury found him not guilty. Like,
Mhm.
everybody knows.
Yeah.
But, Gene,
Mhm.
he was at this film festival, and he fucking
Mhm.
lashed out. Well, I wouldn't say lashed
Listen.
out. He gave a speech
Mhm.
about cancel culture. He was there receiving an award, very
Mm-hmm.
similar to like a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Okay.
So he said, Gene, let me
Mm-hmm.
see, in what happened to be a reference to his high profile libel case with the UK newspaper The Sun over its branding of him as a wife beater, which
Mm-hmm.
appears to be false, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Which he lost last year. Depp said, quote, "It doesn't matter if a judgment per se has taken some artistic license. When there's an injustice, whether it's against you or someone you love or someone you believe in, stand up. Don't sit down. Don't sit down because they need you." And then it goes on to say this and that and blah, blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah. I'm trying to skip some of this shit.
Yeah.
The next question from the press addressed the criticism of the Fest for handling Depp, for handing Depp a Dancetia. It's their like lifetime or whatever.
Okay.
Particularly from Spain's Association of Female Filmmakers and Audiovisual Media, which released a statement saying the award, quote, transmits a terrible message to the public. So that's what the press was saying,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
How dare you give him this fucking award, especially from like female filmmakers, right? Who
Mm-hmm.
like filmmakers, fucking left, right, men, women, black, white,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. They
Mm-hmm.
have nothing good. They have nothing but good things to say about Johnny Depp,
Yeah.
which I'm sure he's like. I'm sure he's really cringy. Johnny
Yeah.
Depp is Cobra if he actually made it to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Don't
That's
tell
actually a good
me
comparison.
he's not.
That's a good
He-
comparison.
Yeah, like Johnny Depp's cringy, but he's probably like super cool. You're like,
Mhm.
man, oh shit, man, I lost my wallet. Like, I gotta pay for this thing. It's like $100. He's like, oh, I got you, bro. Don't even worry about it. Don't even pay it back. In what appeared to be a reference to his high-profile libel case with the UK newspaper The Sun over its branding, blah blah blah, which he lost.
Mhm.
Oh my God, what the fuck happened, Gene?
Mm.
Did I? I thought I did. Hold on, Gene.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, I started with the second fucking part. We want to go to the third. We want to go to the first part, Gene.
Yeah.
I'm not drunk, I swear. Oh my God, now. And what the fuck? Holy shit! How can I not open this?
What the fuck?
Okay, Gene, right?
Uh-huh.
Johnny Depp went on the record today saying that he is a victim of cancel culture. Remember,
Okay.
guys, cancel culture doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Remember all the people that told you cancel culture doesn't exist? Well,
Mm-hmm.
according to Johnny Depp, they're wrong.
Yep.
I mean, fuck them. I don't care.
Yeah.
He, quote, no one is safe from the movement, calling on people to, quote, stand up for people facing injustice. Quote, it can be seen as an event in history that lasted for however long it lasted. This cancel culture, this instant rush to judgment based on what essentially amounts to polluted air. That's a good. I'm not even. That's a good quote.
That is.
I
Yeah.
do not like Johnny Depp. I fucking despise the guy.
Yep. That's a good quote.
That's a great quote, and
Mhm.
that's exactly what cancel culture is. It's
Polluted
fucking
air, yeah.
polluted air.
Yeah.
Or as we used to say, Gene, as we used to, you poison the well. Now drink
Yeah.
the fucking water.
You poison the air. Fucking breathe it in, asshole.
Yeah, breathe it in. He commented during a press conference, quote, it's so far out of hand now that I can promise you that no one is safe. Not one of you. Not one out that door. No one is safe. It takes one sentence and there's no more ground. The carpet has been pulled. It's not
Yep.
just me that this has happened to. It's happened to a lot of people. This type of thing that has happened to women, men. Children have suffered from various types of unpleasantries. Sadly, at a certain point, they begin to think that it's normal or that it's them when it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And he went on to talk about things that nobody cares about. But he's right.
He is, yeah.
Both women and men, and especially the
Actually.
children, well, someone
Mhm.
think of the children, have suffered, Gene.
Yeah.
Because cancel culture is bush league. It's commie
Mm-hmm.
nonsense. It's commie nonsense. It's there to rush to anybody who disagrees with. This is what and I'm not like a boomer person.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm not one of those people who are like, oh, blame the boomers for everything. At some point, when do you become your own person? At some
Yeah.
point, when do you stop blaming everyone else for your own fucking decisions?
Exactly.
That's how I feel. You're your own person. Generation or mom, whatever, it doesn't matter. When do you stop blaming everything else?
Mm-hmm.
But the boomers gave rise to the Gen Xers and
Yep.
the millennials, who then gave rise to the fucking Zoomers.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you have?
Yeah.
You have a bunch of pussies
Mm-hmm.
who can't handle anybody who disagrees with them.
Nope.
And while they pretend to be pro freedom and pro this and that, push fascist ideology.
Yes.
This is how it started almost everywhere. Is they got the people all riled up.
Mm-hmm.
The government can't do shit if you're not behind them. The truth is, Democrats, and even Republicans, especially neocons, are not real not real
Not real
fucking GOP, by the way.
No, they are not.
Well, they make up a majority of it now.
They do.
But
They do.
hey, what did they say? Hey, the pendulum is swinging, my guys.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with this fucking vaccine shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Will. You people with lives who are really good at like life and have like wives and kids and shit. Your kids will have grandkids. Like you'll have grandkids, right? Your kids won't have grandkids; they'll have children. You'll have grandkids, and they'll ask you, "Grandpa, what did you do in the war?" You know, and you'll say, "I don't know. I was canceled." That's what it all comes down to. Is you'll tell your grandkids about a time when your past could get you exiled.
Yeah.
Like a fucking
Leper.
episode of Black Mirror. Like a leper, Gene. I mean, you can try. You can cancel me all you want. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, no.
Anybody who's been canceled, who's not on the left, by the way,
Yeah.
is somebody who is like doing the right thing. Because people who are canceled on the left, they actually deserve to have everything removed from them.
Yeah.
Because they preach that shit. It's
they did.
Karma.
Yeah.
And you know, we all know 90% of everybody who's been canceled has been left wing.
Yeah. Yeah, they have.
Hey, what's going on over there, huh?
Nice when you go knocking at your own doors and find the fucking skeletons in the closet, huh? That must be real fun for you.
Yeah. House of Skeletons by Eli Roth. Written by Joe Hill. Oh, but everybody's a racist Republican. Okay, guy. Okay, gay. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it inside my house right now, Gene. Let's grab this 6-pack. Let's get more beer, Gene.
All right.
You know
Voodoo
what,
Rangers
Gene?
or?
What? Oh yeah. Well, I didn't say what I was drinking.
No, you didn't.
I got the Voodoo Rangers.
Nice.
I didn't spring for the Golden Monkeys. Mainly because the Voodoo Rangers were closer.
Yeah.
I was going there for other stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Open them up. You can twist the top off your beer, without some sort
Bottle
of
opener?
like a bottle opener, like a lighter or the
Mhm.
edge of a table. Then
Mhm.
that's a beer you shouldn't be drinking. That's how I feel, Gene. Do you want to fight me now? You want to make something of it?
I like how you just tossed the cap. I heard that.
Yeah, like I'm gonna toss you out of the ring. Woo! You can't see me, but I'm strutting like Ric Flair right now. Ooh, new car got scratched. Ooh, no, don't want that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got a new car, Gene. You're poor. Don't worry about it. Maybe I'll let you wash it one day. Yeah, like I'd let poor people touch it.
Maybe one day I'll shine your blookers.
You can shine my blookers. I like boot bluking very much.
Boot blooking.
Zach, what's going on, poor guy? Yeah, so Johnny Depp. Look, I got to give props, Gene.
Yeah.
I got to give props to the film festival for sticking with him.
Yeah.
There was even a part in the film festival where they started asking him questions about like the Amber Heard thing and shit like that. And the fucking president of the film festival like leaned into his mic and was like, "Keep the questions to his career, please."
Yeah.
And like totally was by his side. And that's what we need more of. That's why this shit is so out of hand.
Yeah, because nobody
Because
takes anybody's
people
side.
gave into it.
Just got silent, did nothing.
Yeah, if you just laughed at these fucking stupid ass cunts and just said, "Nah, we're not doing that," and you stopped giving in to them, imagine where they would be. Nowhere.
Yeah. Exactly.
They'd be fucking living on the streets of fucking California. In tents, doing nothing.
Exactly.
Nowhere. Nada. Nothing.
They wouldn't have jack shit.
But people give in, man.
They do.
People give in. They think they have they think they have to give in. You don't ever have to give in. Stand your fucking ground. I saw it. I see it. I know people are saying, "Oh, Venom is gay now." I saw it. By the way, I saw it. Supposedly Venom comes out as gay or some shit. Who knows? It was in like this interview with like Tom Hardy and Andy Serkis said it. A lot of people are saying it's like PR, right? And Andy Serkis is talking out of his fucking ass.
Of course
Andy
he is.
Serkis is an. I like Andy Serkis. He does. I mean, he's fucking. What's his name? Gene. He's Boglum.
Oh, he's Cobra.
No, he's no.
Oh, he's Gollum. He's Gollum.
Gollum. Sorry, Gollum.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, we're not far off.
No.
Precious Taco Bell. My precious. A lot of people are saying it's PR. And Andy Serkis is talking out of his ass and blah, blah, blah. Why would Venom, like, be gay?
Yeah.
He's a fucking symbiote.
Yeah.
From another planet. Do aliens even understand gay? Let me tell you something. If an alien race, right? If they grew up with genocide and all they knew was genocide, right? And they advanced to the stars with genocide in mind, and they hated every living thing, and they just wanted to genocide everything, right? Why would any of them be gay?
Yeah.
I hate to say this, and I'm sure we're going to get struck for hate speech.
Of course.
Being gay is against biology.
Yeah, it is.
You have the luxury to be gay. That's all.
Yeah.
You are actually, and we know it's in your DNA, you are default.
Yeah.
You are defective.
Yeah, you're a mutation.
I say
Not a good
default.
one either.
You're not default. You're defective. You're not good. Biology
Mm-mm.
is about spreading the
genes.
genes.
Yes.
It's why love exists. So you can fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've never fucked anybody that I've been in love
The corpses don't count as love.
with. There was one that fresh. That was a fresh one. What were we talking about?
We were talking
Venom.
about Venom being gay now, apparently.
But okay. So, well, why would Venom be gay? He's an alien from another planet.
Yeah, it's an alien, yeah.
It's not even. It's a fucking symbiote.
Yeah.
Why would it be gay? He's a
They
fucking
don't-
alien.
They don't even really
But
fuck
what?
They're not
What
supposed to have fucking genders anyways. They're fucking aliens from space. They don't have that concept like humans do.
Okay, you're wrong. Okay, homophobe. You're just homophobic. That's everybody's answer to everything now.
You're homophobic.
You're homophobic. You're racist. You're sexist. That's
You're
not an
Nazi.
argument. And I'm a guy who doesn't even like. This
Mm.
isn't a town hall.
Mm-mm.
I'm not trying to convince anybody. I don't give
No.
a fuck if you agree with me or disagree with me or whatever. I don't fucking care.
No.
Except they do. Please hit like. Please hit like.
Hit the bell icon.
Hit the bell icon and subscribe for more. Could you imagine if that was a fucking...
Wow, so you're gay for Venom now?
Oh! Porky, you gotta let me know when you're coming on, bro.
It's gay for Venom, everybody.
Gay for... Listen here, pig
Isn't that-
boy.
That's what you guys are talking about, right?
Porky, can a symbiote be gay?
I don't think so.
Okay, I hate you. The fact that you're like, it's possible. Like, I don't know much about symbiotes. Like, it's fun.
I mean, I don't really, you know.
Put Porky over you, Gene. How about that? Porky's a big fucking. Porky's a
I see-
big
I see
fucking
that.
monster. He's fucking Godzilla.
I see you changing it.
Porky. There you go,
Porkzilla
Porky.
here.
I'm keeping you like that, Porky. You're just massive. Your dick is almost on screen. Now you like that.
There we go.
He's just huge.
He's just huge. He's just Porkzilla, baby. That's what I'm talking about. You don't like that, Gene? What are you, a homophobe?
What are you all? That mean Porky's gay?
Does that mean, like, Gene's not even running the stream?
No, I'm
yeah,
not running
that's
this
what
stream.
that
Wow,
means, Porky.
So he really doesn't have to be here then, does he?
If he left right now, the Hangouts would still exist.
They
That's all
would.
I'm saying.
They would.
How about that
Or-
Candyman movie?
Oh, well, we're going to get there. We're going to get there, Porky.
We're getting a good time.
But
I loved
Porky-
it.
Okay, you can. All right. Now I'm not happy. You want to know what's getting the Candyman treatment? Wait, hold
What?
on. Venom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a poll. I don't care that there's 3 people here.
I bet Venom loves the poll.
There you go. I don't even have to do anything. Is Venom gay? There's the poll. How much you want to bet? Yes.
Porky, you hit yes?
I don't know.
I almost. It's the troll inside all of us.
Yeah.
Gene, it's the troll inside all of us. Kick Gene. Zach.
Did
Can
you
you guys
watch
not
Candyman,
word
Gene?
Can you guys not word
Candy.
Jenny,
Candy.
Jenny said, "Can you guys not use the C word? I'm on a diet. When does that
Yep.
diet start? Tomorrow?
It
When
doesn't
the
start
fuck do you actually go on a diet?
you break it like every other day. You told us today how you're gonna go buy some fucking candy. You're not on a
Jenny,
diet. Stop lying to yourself.
you could eat candy like and still like be skinny, but it's all you can eat. Like you can eat like a handful of candy. Like you're breaking basic rule.
I can't vote. Your mom rigged the poll.
You can't
Candy
vote.
vote.
Who said that?
She
Jenny said
can't
that.
vote for your mom.
Oh, rigged
Oh.
the poll.
Your mom had to be one of the options. I think that's what she meant.
She doesn't accept votes from poor people.
Jenny get no fucking money. Dutch guy hasn't even paid her yet.
What am I fucking? Gene.
What? What's up?
Nothing. I was telling you to die.
5 people have voted yes.
How many people, Porky?
It's got to be 5, right? If 12 voted, it's got to be 5 to 7.
There are. So 7 people voted no.
Yeah, that's got to be the way it's
So
split, right?
there's
Because it can't.
5 trolls in here. This is how we get rid of them, Gene. Now, what I bet you guys didn't know is it told me who voted where. That's right. I bet you
Got 'em.
didn't know this. The Virgin Venom versus the Sigma Carnage. That song, I bet that song plays in the movie, Gene. That
With Carnage.
fucking Russian song. Yeah, Porky's right. Porky's always right. Well, not always, but you gotta move it. You troll terrorists, how dare you? Venom's not gay. I personally think I think Andy Serkis used a bit of wordplay
Yeah.
because he said, "Oh, it's Venom's coming out party." You know what I mean? And it's like, "Oh, Venom's gonna like be able to like move around or something by himself or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
And the media ran with it and turned it into something that it wasn't. That's
Yeah.
what a lot of people are saying. That the media fucked it up for everybody.
Like they usually do.
Right, and when I say for everybody, I mean like 1.2% of the population who are expecting Venom to be gay.
Yeah.
You know what is gay, Gene?
What?
Gene, have I got a fucking...
Candyman?
We're not talking about
We're
that
gonna
yet.
get to Candyman in a bit!
Fine.
Did you even watch the movie, Porky? You're just guessing based on the trailer. Huh? I'm looking for some candied bacon. Gene, what do you
Chocolate
like?
covered bacon?
What?
Okay, BBB. Gene,
Yes.
I have a tattoo.
Yes, you do.
I've got a few.
But I only know
But I
the
have
one that you told me.
You only know the one, right?
Yeah.
I won't send you any more pictures like that till you subscribe to my OnlyFans. On my forearm And it was Spawn tattoo.
Yes.
Let's talk about Spawn.
Okay. Great segue.
Todd McFarlane says the reboot won't rehash the same origin story.
Of course it fucking will.
And I want to die. Then who is it? It's not Spawn. Porgy, I'm glad you said Candyman because Spawn's about to get the Candyman treatment.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Quote.
Mm-hmm.
Gene.
Yes. Yes.
You're gonna love this story. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, I didn't want to do the comic book origin story from issues 1 to 3 in the movie. We were looking for people without even telling them that to give something a bit different. Unfortunately, 80 to 90% of them, according to the other person who was interviewing, most of them were falling into the trap of retelling the comic book story in the movie. We saw that movie. That movie came out 20 plus years ago from New Line. So what haven't we seen that would be interesting and relevant today, both in terms of filmmaking and social content?
Oh God.
Imagine this, right? You're a Spawn fan, right? And you're like, you get an opportunity. You're like, yo, here's my script for Spawn, right? And it's based on the comic books, right? Because that's a fucking canon lore. Your lore is right in front of you. All you have to do is retell it.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
That's Porky. He's laughing. He knows it's funny.
It sounds like a laugh.
And you know what I said, Gene? I said, oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy Lord. Spawn about to get the Candyman treatment, isn't he?
Of course he is.
It's just like McFarlane, isn't it, Gene?
Yeah, it is. He's always
To
the
reboot
fucking same.
Spawn constantly.
Yeah. Motherfucker can't. He just always goes back and respawns it. It's awful.
Now listen to this quote, Gene.
Uh-huh.
Quote. We were looking ideally for someone that could bring a voice to the character on 2 levels. I'm just a white Canadian kid. I haven't lived the life of a man in America of someone with dark skin. We thought it was important to get the perspective of someone who has someone with that perspective coming in and adding a slight different bent to what you and I, as comic book readers, already know as to what Spawn is about. It's Candyman!
Oh my God.
Simmons is going to be the new Candyman.
I'll be that victim.
You'll know when we get there.
He'll be that victim.
Holy shit, Gene.
Yeah.
I wanna scrape the tattoo on my arm. I wanna scrape it off with a jagged rock, like Gladiator. I just wanna fucking take a jagged piece of anything and just scrape the tattoo off my arm. Cheaper than laser surgery, that's for sure.
And he'll be able to always reminded of it afterwards too.
Thank God. No. You guys are kind of... The people, 42% yes. For is Venom gay and pull. 58% no. Good for you guys. But that 41%, stop committing all the crime. Porgy.
Yeah.
Hi.
So
What are you
I'm
doing?
not tired.
I'm not tired.
You're not? Are you sure?
I'm not tired. Nope.
You sure, Pork?
Yeah.
You want to prove it? Prove it.
Um,
Do some jumping jacks. You're tired.
I'll do
Porky's
one
been
even
working
better.
since like
I'm gonna
5:30 his time.
close my eyes without falling asleep.
I'm gonna close my eyes without falling asleep.
Now Paul,
Yeah.
Paul, if Spawn is gay. Zach, I'll kill you.
How about that Candyman?
Oh my God.
We're gonna get there, Porky. Oh my god, dude.
I thought the music was pretty good.
Porky, do you know what an uppercut
Did you switch
is?
yes and no? You did, didn't you? It used to be no and yes.
I didn't switch anything.
Yeah,
They
you
don't give
switched it.
that-
You switched it in
No,
the.
they don't give you that option. They don't give you that option. I mean, maybe they do. I don't know. I just typed it
I mean,
in
'cause
and hit send.
Maybe I meant to vote no.
Oh,
Who knows?
78% are like yes. Oh, 70%. Oh, okay.
Oh, well, this is Spawn. This isn't Venom.
Same thing. I'll kill you. I'll kill all of you in your sleep.
In the middle of the
of
night.
your family. It's not a funny accent. It's not fun. It's
There's
real
no-
life.
It's no fun to be
It's
had. Jenova
48
series.
hours. It's cops. It's some weird Discovery documentary where everybody's seriously talking about your murders. Okay? And I'll probably get off scot-free. You know why, Gene?
Why?
Because I'm rich.
I thought you were gonna say because you're a minority.
Because I'm a minority, bitch. I'm a rich minority, bitch. Russell T. Davies. Gene.
Okay.
You like Gene likes Doctor Who. He's a big Doctor Who fan. Russell T. Davies, who's the original showrunner, right, for what they call the New Who, right? Returning to Doctor Who.
Okay.
Chris Chibnall gone,
Okay.
right? He's leaving in 2022.
Okay.
So he hasn't left yet. So
No.
right? So all the Who fans, all the real Who fans were like,
Mhm.
"Yay!" Right? It's
Mhm.
pretty awesome,
Mhm.
or not?
Not.
Yeah, probably not. Because Russell T. Davies, he already came out and said he supports Timeless Children retcon and
Oh,
everything
God.
Chris Chibnall has done.
Oh God.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
It just gets worse.
It gets worse every time.
Yep.
At what point do the majority of... There's always going to be an asshole, right?
Yeah.
There's always going to be an idiot who's like,
Yes.
unlike Doctor Who on I Watch Doctor Who. There's always going to be that guy. When
Yes.
do you separate yourself from that fucking guy?
Yeah. Exactly.
When do you stop?
Mm-hmm.
And did you know the fucking guy from BBC, the president or whatever, the head executive from BBC,
Yeah.
CEO or whatever the fuck? Now the CEO, BBC is very much like PBS.
Yes.
So it's funded by taxpayers, right?
Yes.
Which
Yes.
means it shouldn't be political
Correct.
because it's funded by taxpayers. This is
Yes.
kind of a rule, right?
Yes, it is.
Well, I don't know about rules in the UK. They don't really fucking work that
yeah,
well.
they don't. They don't.
Yeah,
have...
left is right and up is down
Yeah,
and everything,
yeah.
But in the UK, the fucking head of the BBC, right?
Mm-hmm.
They took away free licenses from like 75 and older, or whatever.
Mhm.
And then he got $100,000 or something raise. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking over. Dude, how
Mhm.
is the BBC not... Dude, we live in a time where they're just constantly fucking people shilling for you
Yeah.
if you're in the right area.
Mhm.
So failure is impossible for you
Yes.
to a certain extent.
Yes. Correct.
So you can just be the worst of the worst
Mhm.
and have the worst. Like, any real fucking journalist should jump on that shit
Yeah.
and push it until that guy is gone.
Yeah.
But it'll never happen.
No.
Because that guy and that
Mhm.
journalist, they're in the same cabal.
Yes, they are.
They're all part of the same fucking group of people. There is a
Mhm.
secret society out there.
Yes.
And it ain't the Masons,
No.
okay? It ain't the 13 bloodlines,
No.
okay? It ain't this, it ain't that. It's this
No.
weird little commie secret society.
Mhm.
It ain't the Illuminati,
No.
right? It's not the
It's the
New
Hoteps.
World Order.
It's the Hoteps.
It's the Hoteps. Well, the Hoteps are kind of based, you know? Well, they're stupid, but they're kind of based. You know, they think they were Egyptian. They weren't. Doctor Who. It's going to be the same bullshit. I say that for the British people who are not listening, who will probably watch tomorrow.
Mhm.
Doctor Who is trash. It's going to be trash, and it's going to continue to be trash. Russell T Davies is not going to save you.
No.
Not going to happen. If it does, I'll admit it, but
Mhm.
not going to save you. Sorry. Gene,
Yes.
we've talked about the Black Widow lawsuit, ScarJo.
Mhm. We have. Yes.
So in response, the rat came out, you know, the
Mhm.
head of the rat, Bob Chapek,
Mhm.
bald little fucking guy looking
Yes.
like the commish, right?
Yes.
That's a throwback for anybody who knows who the commish is.
Mhm.
Bob Chapek says, quote, talent deals are undergoing a reset after the ScarJo lawsuit. Quote, Gene,
Mhm.
we've got a deal that's conceived under a certain set of conditions that actually results in a movie that's being released in a completely different set. So, there's a bit of a reset that's going on right now. And ultimately, we'll think about that as we do our future talent deals and plan for that and make sure that's incorporated. But right now, we've got sort of this middle position where we're trying to do right by the talent. I think the talent's trying to do right by us, and we're just sort of figuring out our way to bridge the gap, says Bob Chapek. That sounds like PR, right?
Yes, it does.
What it sounds like to me is Disney is going to say, yeah, if we release that shit on Disney Plus, we get all the fucking money. Yeah,
Mhm.
bitch. You get paid what you get paid, all right? Now shut the fuck up. Oh, boy. Never trust anybody. Never trust
No.
anybody who can be, who you can compare to a rat.
No, 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 don't.
Never do any of that, Gene. From one Italian to a Jew. Never do that. You people should know better. You saw a rat when you saw him. Okay, and you said, hey, Italians, nail this rat to a fucking cross. Porky, are you a man of God?
I'd like to think so.
Oh, so you So you're up there for the soul food buffet then. You like
Yeah.
chicken and waffles, Porky?
I do. I was just gonna say that.
Wow, I wish he was here at the beginning of the stream, Gene.
Dang.
God is a black woman. I met him.
That's silent.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Oh, you heard me.
I hope I didn't.
I hope I
For
did.
your eternal soul, I hope I didn't.
My
Weird.
eternal soul. Motherfucker, you a pig.
Isn't that like a movie? All pigs go to heaven.
No.
I'm pretty sure there's a movie about it.
No.
You a couple letters off. And that ain't even true.
Agree to disagree.
If you correct the letters, that ain't even true.
Mm,
Animals don't go to heaven. They don't have a soul. Porky's not a real. Porky has a soul. He just likes to, have his way.
thanks. I guess.
Nice. Nice.
Thanks, I guess. I like how indignant he sounds after he says that.
Right, Porky?
Sure.
Porky, do you like Marvel movies?
No.
No? Name
As
a
a general
Marvel
rule, no.
movie. Right, no, but a Marvel movie that you would watch willingly. Name one.
Maybe Civil War or Ragnarok or whatever. One of those two.
I'd probably pick Ragnarok. Civil War wasn't as cool as I thought it was the second time I watched it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah. I want. It's because they don't know how to do bad guys.
No.
properly.
Well, I think the
No.
problem with Civil War is that they got Tony Stark and Captain America backwards,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
right? Because shouldn't Stark have been like the libertarian
Yeah.
who'd been like against the government?
Nah, fuck it. It'll be fine. We're good.
Yeah.
It'll be
It doesn't
fine.
matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're good.
Yeah,
Well,
it'll be
Marvel,
fine.
Disney Marvel, Gene.
Mm-hmm.
This all pertains to everything, Gene.
Yes.
Marvel is now suing
Mm-hmm.
to keep the rights to certain Avengers characters. Right, Gene?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, there's a lot of Avengers characters.
Mm-hmm.
There are, I mean, that aren't even like the big movie guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yes.
what characters, Gene, could they be suing for?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Are they obscure?
Well, I have a list, Gene.
Okay, what you got?
Now, I mean, these are characters that, like,
Rubber Band Man?
right, they're like kind of like Rubber Band Man characters, right? Okay, so like they're characters that like you're like, what would you even do with that character? Like that, like nobody cares about that character. Why would you sue for the rights to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Marvel suing for Avengers characters like Spider-Man,
Yep.
Doctor Strange,
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man,
Mm-hmm.
Ant-Man,
Yeah.
Hawkeye,
Mm-hmm.
Black Widow,
Yep.
and a fucking plethora of others.
Yeah.
You see how I tricked you out there? Huh?
Yeah. It's just the
You
main
thought I
ones.
was gonna
that-
juked you. I juked you. Huh?
What's the
They-
Spider Man?
Spider-Man's owned by Sony. That's why
Okay.
they can't.
Okay, Gene. Okay, Gene. Hold on. Porky. Porky, repeat after me. Spider-Man
Spider-Man
does whatever
does whatever
a spider can.
a spider can.
Thank you. Boom.
Okay.
Got it. Got it, Gene. We
They
got
should
it.
just do what they did last time and be like, "Oh, look at mean old Sony isn't going to let us use the character, and they're going to ruin the movie."
Well, they can't because Sony's in a contract with the rat. So, like, I personally think Spider-Man should go his own way. You know who fucking forced him into that shit? Spider-Man. God Holland.
Yeah, he
did
did.
it.
That's right. That's right. He
He's
did.
the one who did it. Sony
Mhm.
Sony was like, nah, we're done with fucking the rat shit.
Mhm.
You know, we're gonna go our own way. And fucking God Holland was like, but like I like getting fucked in the ass by Robert Downey Jr. and Benedict Cumberbatch and stuff. Like I like that. Like I'm gay and they're secretly gay too. Like I like that sex on set.
That's why he's in that fucking one movie that with Robert Downey Jr. Is that what Dr. Doolittle or whatever?
Oh, well, yeah, it's a lot of voices on that movie, yeah. Yeah, where they stick a leak up a dragon's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the suit, Gene,
Mm-hmm.
the lawsuit from Marvel is against the heirs or the estates of Stan Lee, obviously.
Yep.
Steve
Ditko.
Ditko.
Yep.
Sturdy Steve.
Yep.
How come nobody calls you that, Gene? Gene Colin, whatever the fuck you want to call him. I call
Yeah.
it Colin
Whatever.
because it's one L, like Gene asshole, right? But we can't call him that because like I do a show with him.
I
And
don't.
Others.
I don't.
You don't. No, you choose to be here. I'm under contract. You choose to be here. Which one of us is the worst? And others.
I'm
Right?
like Zidane. I'm like Zidane in this situation.
You're like sitting down. You're
I'm not even getting paid.
Guys, post-mortem coming up after the show.
It should be like called like post bacon or something. I don't know.
Pork
I'm pretty
modem.
sure that makes
Pork
Gene
modem.
Gator.
I think Gene Gator. Does that make fucking? Does that
Gene
make Jenova
Gator.
Ralph?
I am not fat enough, nor desperate enough, nor worse to be Ralph. I'll sacrifice babies and kill an entire school of elementary children. I don't care. It's a joke, Your Honor. But here's who Ethan Ralph is, and you'll understand where I'm coming from. So, check this out. Marvel, which is basically the rat, right? Because the
Yes.
rat owns Marvel at this point,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
They're trying to stop copyright termination,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Laws, right? Which are, we'll get there, all right?
Yeah.
Laws that were put into place by the rats.
Yeah.
And now those laws are working against the rats.
Yep.
So they're trying to change them again.
Mm-hmm. Of course they are.
So there's something in there about works for hire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because not everybody who created a character for Marvel was a part of Marvel Studios.
No.
Some people are just works for hire. Ethan Van Sciver is a work
Yes.
for hire.
Correct.
He did work for Marvel at a certain point,
Mhm.
but he is a work for hire.
Yeah.
And Ethan Van Sciver recently came out, and he is in the credits of something. He's in movie credits. They have to credit him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in there and he fucking shows it like, yep, there I am. Told ya.
Yep.
Something. He gets credited somewhere a few times.
Must have been some character he made.
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
used.
So, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Disney loses, it would have to share ownership of the characters with these estates, right?
That actually own the fucking characters. Yeah.
Sure. And these characters, however, are worth billions.
Billions. Yeah.
Billions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will always give credit to the Rat
Mm-hmm.
for taking the B squad of Marvel and turning them into a billion-dollar franchise.
Yeah, because that's what the Avengers are. They're the B Squad.
They're the B squad. Nobody
Yeah.
cares.
No.
And they're gonna fuck up the X-Men,
Mm-hmm. They are.
which are the A squad.
Yeah, they are.
No one cares. The closest thing you have to an A squad on the Avengers is the Hulk
Yeah.
and Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the closest you have.
Helps
Nobody
with
cares.
Spider-Man being like number 3 heroes that people really love too.
Yeah. Well, Gene,
Mm.
let me go back and revisit this.
Sure.
The top 3 superheroes of all time.
Yes.
Batman, Spider-Man, Superman.
Thank you, Porky. You're right, and they actually alternate between each other.
Yeah, they do.
Depending on the year that you're polled.
Mm-hmm.
However, it is always Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man.
Yes.
Those are always the
Mm-hmm.
top 3 superheroes of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And it can alternate. It doesn't matter if it's
No.
if it's Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, or Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, or Batman, Spider-Man, Superman.
Yeah,
probably
it's always
said-
them.
I probably said the same thing about 5 times.
Probably.
It doesn't matter. Those are the most
Yes.
popular. Those are the top 3 most popular.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Spider-Man, Superman are not Marvel,
No.
are they?
Well, you mean
Gene?
Batman and Superman aren't Marvel.
What did I say, Gene?
Spider-Man and Batman.
Porky, can I get a fucking...
I think Gene's right.
Oh, I bring you on this show, and you turn against me? Rule number 52. Never correct me on air. You know what, Porky? See, we're going to shrink you a little bit. There you go. Shrunk a little bit. You're still Porkzilla, but for how much longer? That's the question. That's the question. Is Spawn gay? 13 votes. Let's end the poll. Hey, Warped, what's going on? Let's end the poll. 77% of you. 77% of you said yes. Which, you know what that says to me, Gene? 77% of you are closeted homosexuals who want to fuck everything in your path. Your Honor, I condemn them for sodomy. And we're going to hold this court in, what's the place that'll condemn people for sodomy? Alabama.
Alabama.
Sorry, I know everybody can hear that.
Are you really sorry though?
No, I don't care. I really don't give a fuck. I know, Porky, you want to talk about Candyman. Shut the fuck up. If Disney loses, right, it would have to share ownership with characters worth $1 billion. We said
Yes.
that, right, Gene?
Yes.
Steve Ditko, Sturdy Steve,
Yep.
Sturdy Steve Ditko, right?
Yep.
Based. He was based.
He was, yes.
Sturdy Steve Ditko's estate has filed to terminate
Oh.
Marvel's copyright for Spider-Man
Oh.
and Doctor Strange.
Yep, because he made both.
He made both of them.
Yep.
Now, what we're looking at, Gene,
Mhm.
this whole copyright thing
Yes.
is similar to what we've been seeing going on in the horror genre,
Yeah.
where rights are reverting back to people.
Yes.
And it's because Disney set the precedent.
They did.
They went in there, moved in with their lawyers, set the precedent, didn't think 100 years in advance
No.
or half a fucking century in advance,
No.
didn't think properly,
No, they did not.
and now they're fighting that.
Yep.
And actually, this will determine how copyright plays out in the future.
Yes, it will.
Because if the rat actually wins here,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, but the rat shouldn't win.
No, they shouldn't. No.
They should not win
No,
these
they should not.
copyright suits.
No, they should not.
At all.
No.
At all.
No. Not at all. Not
Right,
not any
so what I
bit.
said-
They don't deserve any of that. No. Because
It's the
they're-
same thing,
Mhm.
right? It's the same limitations on copyright, which is like 50 years or something. I can't
Yeah.
remember exactly what. Well, we've been seeing it recently, and we've actually talked about it, Gene.
Yes.
It's exactly what happened to Wes Craven properties
Mm-hmm.
and a few others, the Hellraiser properties.
Mhm.
Okay. Things like that. Now, Marvel would lose the rights to Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
June 2023
Oh.
if they lost.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually bigger than we all know.
Yeah.
Do I want to see the rat actually lose? I do.
Yes. Yes.
I want to see them lose so bad. Do I
Take
think
them
they
down
will?
a fucking peg.
I don't think they will, though, Gene.
Mm-hmm. That's the
They're,
unfortunate part
they're
of it.
billions of dollars. Like, how can they lose?
True.
They're everything that they pretend not to be, and they're supported by people who hate everything that they actually are.
Yep.
They're supported by commies who hate like big corps, you know,
Yes.
and actually like support Disney. Like
Yeah.
there's a legal precedent set here
Mm-hmm. There
by
will be.
Disney,
Yeah.
and Disney should lose.
They should. By all rights, they should.
They shouldn't have. Oh, but we're gonna make Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. You're gonna fuck it all up. Well, I guess you should have thought about that when you were planning phase shit.
Yeah.
This is phase shit.
Yeah.
Phase shit coming in. Reckon. Okay, I fell over. Okay. Porky. Stop using your magic on me, Porky.
It's mean
That was
magic.
funny.
I don't know how many times to say it, Gene. Again, a
Yeah.
law created to help the rat.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking them up. Good.
There's a legal precedent set, and now they're fighting that same precedent that they set.
they made. Yep. Yeah.
It's like okay, I'm gonna go dark here,
Yes.
right? You're not you person. Let's say a general you.
Yes.
Okay. Not you, Gene. Not you, Porgy. Just a general. Just
general,
for
yes.
chat to get
Yes.
involved.
Yes.
He's
your
talking about
sister, your sister is raped and murdered,
Mm-hmm.
and you push for rape and murder
Damn,
to
chat,
be
sucks for you.
illegal. Sucks for you, Chad. Your sister was a whore. She deserved it.
You see what she was wearing,
So
Chad?
you push with all your power, and you got a lot because of the CIA.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of power,
Mm-hmm.
and you push for rape and murder
Because you glow in the dark.
to be legal, right?
Mhm.
Or I'm sorry, to be illegal,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
I mean, I
And
would've
then
went with the leak.
later on, you get busted for rape and murder, and now you
Mhm.
push for it to be legal.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's a bad fucking
It's a very bad look.
comparison.
It's a
Well,
very
it's a
bad look
bad
too.
comparison, but it's an even worse look.
Yeah.
And you get these people who pretend like we're gonna cancel. How about you cancel Disney? How
Yeah,
about
just do
that?
it.
Oh,
Just fucking
why?
do
Because
it.
The Rock sings your favorite song? Fucking. These people are basic. They're
They are.
basic bitches.
They
right,
are
Porky?
100%.
Yep.
Thank you, Porky. Thank you for having the balls to stand up. Porky, you like James Bond. You're a big James
pretty
Bond
cool.
guy, Gene.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool. What if I told you that Sean Connery was a rapist, basically?
Based.
Based. I mean, what were they wearing, right? So this is what gets me about. We're moving on, all right?
Yes,
The red
obviously.
is we've got to worry about No Time to Die, right, Gene?
Mhm. Yeah.
No Time to Die. So let's just throw it out there, Gene.
Mm-hmm.
No Time to Die. Been sitting on the shelf for
Yes, it has.
God, who knows how long?
Yeah.
Fucking at least a year almost.
Mm-hmm.
God, Corona. When will you leave? Never.
Never. Never.
It's just like the flu now. You have
Yeah.
the cold, the flu, and now you have Corona.
You
Deal
got that
with
shit.
it.
You got that shitty Mexican beer just always around you now.
Yep. So, Porky,
Yeah.
No Time to Die. The latest delayed James Bond movie. God, I wonder how much money it has to make, Gene.
Too much.
400,000.
Too much. It's gotta be-
What did you say? What did you say, Porky?
Like 400. I meant 400 million.
400 million.
I might have said 400,000,
You may have.
but I meant 400 million.
You meant 400. Okay, let's say 400 million. Okay. Gene, any?
Yes. I'd say probably even more than that.
Let's say you double it, 800 million.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm glad that we got that away. No Time to Die has to make 900 million.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I mean,
Hold
even
on.
good Bond movies.
Has to
Even
make-
good Bond movies don't make that much money.
Okay, check this out, Porgy. Has to make 900 million to break even. To break even. To hit a fucking neutral zero. No Time to Die has to make 900 million. What are the projected box office, Gene, for the opening domestic?
Oh, I imagine pretty
56 to 85 million. Again, needs 900 million because it's been sitting on the shelf for so long.
Yeah.
That's actually what fucked it up, right?
And it's gonna drop off the first fucking week too, and it's not gonna. Make
By
shit.
the second week, it's fucked.
Oh,
it's fucked. Especially with all the marketing doing, and that's actually what we're going to talk about is the marketing. Recently marketing. Now, Gene,
Yeah.
I have praised. Gene, personally, I've talked to you about Cary Fukunaga,
Yes.
especially his one cut fucking scene from True Detective. And
Yes.
I've sent you a link to it, and
Yes.
and to watch it and everything
Is
like
that like a TV show or a movie?
Oh, True Detective?
Yeah.
True Detective was a TV show. HBO, I believe. Yeah.
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her.
You've never seen the first season of True Detective?
I think I watched an episode.
Okay, Porgy. I think our time is done. I think it's time for us to go our separate ways.
Couldn't get past the second episode.
Are you kidding? I'll drink the rest of this beer and fucking shout for 2 hours.
They'll do it. Don't question him.
Everybody needs to see True Detective Season 1. You don't have to see any other season. It'll all wrap up for you.
Yeah, it does. You mentioned that before when we were talking about it.
Gene hasn't seen it either.
Well, no, Gene has an excuse. You do not. You and I are both under the same flag, sailing the same seas.
He couldn't get past the second episode, you know, that's what he said.
You're lucky you're not on my boat. See that plank over there? You'd be walking it. Kidding? You better watch 13 Reasons Why, Porky. As punishment. Now, Cary Fukunaga is
Yes.
who I'm talking about. Who we've been talking about. And I like Cary Fukunaga as a director.
Yep.
And as a I think he's really good. Here's the problem. Cary Fukunaga even, hey, I'm Cary Fukunaga. Hey, I guess I better come out and ruin everything I've ever done.
Yep. Yep, I opened your big mouth. Good job.
Yeah. Now, this is specifically for Porky since he's a James Bond aficionado, right, Porky?
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't fly today, Cary Fukunaga said about Sean Connery-era James Bond's treatment of women.
Who gives a fuck?
Fukunaga, who recently moved to Manhattan. Why the fuck do I need to know that Fukunaga moved to fucking Manhattan? Appeared to be referring to 1965's Thunderball, in which Courtney's Bond forcibly kisses a nurse who had spurned his advances. In a later scene, Bond said he would only keep quiet about information that would cost her her job at a price. Quote, "You don't mean, oh no," the nurse played by Molly Peters replied with Connery's Bond saying, quote, "Oh yes," as he pushes her into a sauna and takes off her clothes. Porky, do you have anything to say about this sexist man? Huh? Thunderball, your favorite of all time?
It's up there.
With
It's
the
really
rape?
good.
With the rape?
It's one of the best. It's got a great ending.
With the rape?
The soundtrack is great too.
You might not want to. You might want to do that because I could get you.
In the sauna? Does that happen in the sauna when there's a forcible rape happening?
Dude, the part where he's like dancing with the one chick, and then they're gonna assassinate him, and then he spins around, and just as they're like drumming, and the drumming gets really loud, then they shoot the gun, and he turns around and then shoots her in the back, and it kills her, and then he's like, "Oh, she's."
So he rapes her and then kills her?
And then he leaves her, and he's like, "Oh, she's tired from dancing or something." Yeah,
he rapes her and kills her?
Yeah, pretty much.
Barbara Broccoli, who has been producing Bond films since 1995, and her father before that, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
praised
kind of a pile of shit.
Fukunaga for bringing Bond up to date in the upcoming No Time to Die, which is Daniel
to
Craig's
date.
last time to play the suave spy. Quote, I think people are coming around. No, they're not. No, they're not,
No.
Barbara. You cunt. You stupid bitch. With some kicking and screaming. Oh, is that how you refer to Bond? Porky, you're just kicking and screaming, bro. How do you feel about that? To accepting the stuff is no longer acceptable. Thank goodness, she said of previous sexism and questionable sex scenes in older movies. It sounds like she's just saying whatever needs to be said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she just needs to. She wants money.
Yeah.
Well, duh.
She needs the movie
Carrie-
to be whatever it needs to be to make money, and she thinks this is what it is.
Yeah, and I don't know if the quote is in this, right? But Cary Fukunaga, he says Sean Connery is basically a rapist in those movies. He calls him a rapist. Now, I've seen those movies around like 1 or 2 times. Never did you feel any rape. It's all about the charm.
Mm-hmm. The suave that spies are
He's
supposed to have.
suave. He's a spy, right?
Mhm.
Women are easy. Okay? They are. All you have to do is put your penis in them. That's all you have to do. Like, literally. All you have to do is hold them down and put your penis in them. And they will accept it.
You don't even have to hold them down when you're doing corpses.
Yeah, or they're like not awake. Seriously, like if I was a super movie star, right, and I held you down, Porky, like you'd let me penetrate you.
They literally let you grab him by the pussy.
Thank you.
That's a quote.
A quote, Gene.
I know where the quote's from.
Get your hand off your dick, Gene.
Billy Bush was there. He knows.
Don't say Bush. What is this show? Why does it exist? But, quote, Bond is a character who was written in 1952, and the first film, Dr. No, came out in 1962. He's got a long history, and the history of the past is very different to the way he is being portrayed now. Nobody cares. You can't change Bond overnight into a different person, but you can definitely change the world around him and the way he has to function in the world. Cary Fukunaga sucks. I hate him.
Yeah.
It's a story. Check this out. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Go ahead.
Are you ready, Porky?
Yeah.
It's a story about a white man as a spy in this world, but you have to be willing to lean in and do the work to make the female characters more than just contrivances.
Oh my god.
So check it out. Check it out, guys. People who are looking for No Time to Die. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. The storytellers,
lean in.
they didn't do the work. Cary Fukunaga, you are a fantastic storyteller. How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you?
Betrayed.
Do you know what that sounds like to
you.
me? Do you know what that sounds like to me?
Hmm.
Do you know what you have to be willing to lean in and do the work to make the female? Do you know what that sounds like? It sounds like that fucking loser that did the new fucking Terminator movie.
Yep. Dark Fate one.
She'll play like gangbusters if you're not a sexist and a homophobe. This movie is gonna suck so bad.
Yeah, I hope it fucking bombs so bad. It's
I'll
gonna be so
probably do a Dago on film. But the truth is, folks, don't watch Mainstream Menace.
great. No.
Wait for my Dago on film. I will give you the truth.
Yes.
100%. I will tell you exactly if it's good or not.
Mm-hmm. You will.
I have a perfect record, by the way.
Mhm.
I know people want me to talk about the Super Mario shit. Okay. We can talk about it real quick, but I don't think there's anything really to talk about except
Well, are you Jewish?
well, I'm not. You are. But like,
Are you Jewish?
well, I'm Italian, so I'm close.
Close enough.
Yes, there is a Super Mario Brothers animated movie coming out.
Uh-huh.
Chris Pratt is going to do the voice of Mario.
Yeah.
Okay, Anya Taylor-Joy, my girlfriend,
Yeah.
my fiance, Anya Taylor-Joy, Jean.
Uh-huh.
She'll be playing Princess Peach. I'm so proud of her. She worked really hard for this role. And I'm just glad that Hollywood is finally accepting her. Charlie Day is going to play Luigi. If you don't know Charlie Day, that means you've never watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And
Okay.
that means you have good taste. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is so overrated. I hate that show. Jack Black will play Bowser.
Yeah.
So you
Makes
guys
sense.
all, hey, I'm Jack Black, huh? Hey, oh. That's Jack Black, basically. Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Porky, go ahead. What were you going to say, sir?
Sounds right.
Sounds right.
What other casting decisions did they get right?
Okay, Keegan Michael Key. So remember Key and Peele, right?
Uh-huh.
Not the Peele
Yoshi?
who is the Dagon film that we're doing tonight, Porky, but the Key, the guy who's been left behind. He's gonna play Toad, which is
Why?
basically, hey, oh Mario, your fucking princess is in another castle, which is
No, almost.
insulting.
Almost. They always screech. Their voices are screechy loud. Toad voices are fucking awful.
Okay, well that makes sense to why a black person would play them. Now, everybody's favorite Seth Rogen
Mm-hmm.
will play Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong, played by Seth Rogen.
Are you Jewish?
He is. Donkey Kong is Jewish now.
Yeah.
Fred Armisen is going to play Cranky Kong. I like Fred Armisen. I know he's a liberal loser or whatever. I like Fred Armisen. He's funny in Portlandia.
Mhm.
Kevin Michael Richardson will play Comic. And
Okay.
Sebastian Maniscalco will play Spike. Sebastian Maniscalco, I don't know who Kevin Michael Richardson is. I know who Michael Richardson is. He's that guy that said nigger from fucking Jerry Seinfeld. Sebastian Maniscalco is an Italian who has some really great stand-up comedy. The Super Mario Bros. Film hails from Nintendo and Illumination, with the Universal distributing in North America and co-financing.
It's from Nintendo?
Yeah, Nintendo is involved. Well, it's an animated film. This is not a live action movie. This is an
It'd be so much better if it was live
animated
action.
movie that they're going to do. I imagine it's going to be very similar to the Sonic film.
Mhm.
Remember
It's
when,
not going to be
remember-
nearly as good as the original
Yeah. Oh, it's
the
going to
original
be,
Ninja Turtle movie. Or I mean, Mario movie.
Yeah, it's going
Oh.
to be. Oh, people are there. I think it's going to be a 60-40 split.
Mhm.
I think 60% of the people, including chills and people who want to pretend that it's good,
Mhm.
are going to say it's better than the original movie.
Mhm.
And The other 40% are going to be people who actually are serious about everything.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no, it's not. And I just want to bring up that both movies
Mhm.
are cultural appropriation, and neither of them have any Italians
Nope.
playing the Italian characters. That's all I'm
Appropriation
going
of
to bring up.
Italians by
That's
the
all I'm going to bring up.
Japanese.
The Italians, and you wonder why they end up in the unions and the fucking
So,
and the
Jenova.
crime. Hey, what's going on there, Gene? I just got rejected from a Super Mario fucking
Well,
audition. What's
yeah,
going on there?
They
huh?
didn't want Wario. I'm sorry.
I was
So,
supposed to be Wario. I went in there and I went, wah.
Wah.
And they went, hey, that's not what we're looking for there when it comes to the Wario. And I went, but I'm Wario. And
yes.
and I said, look at me. Short, squatty. Huh? I
Broad
know I
shoulders.
shouldn't have lost 100 pounds, but I did.
So Kevin Michael Richardson was the voice of Goro in the Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh, he was he?
Yeah.
Oh, did he break some sunglasses?
Yes, he did. $600 sunglasses, asshole.
$600 sunglasses. Not the new Mortal Kombat.
No, the old one, the original one.
Okay. Now the Michael Richardson I know, Gene.
Mhm.
Now, Porky, you may want to correct me on this one since you are a fan of this as well. The Michael Richardson I know, Gene, is a guy who said he's a fucking nigger, and he pointed up.
You mean
to
Kramer?
Fucking, yes, Kramer.
Oh
Do
yeah.
you know that? Do you know that show? Gene?
Yes, I do know Seinfeld.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
Hey,
nerdy boss talks about Seinfeld all the time.
hey, but was he wrong, huh?
No.
Remember that episode of South Park?
Mhm.
Where fucking, hey, that's that nigger guy. Huh?
Mhm.
Hey, that's that nigger guy. Now,
That was a good episode.
it was a good episode, especially because it was true to my life. Super Mario animated movie is gonna be bad. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's gonna be fucking horrible.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't believe they
Porky?
keep doing this to your people.
Porky, are you gonna tell me I'm wrong?
I just missed that because I had to take my headphones to change my shirt.
Tell him he's wrong.
I really thought I was gonna have like 5 seconds.
Tell him he's wrong. Do it. See what happens.
You're
Tell
not
me I'm
wrong.
You're not wrong.
Oh, sorry, you're wrong.
Okay. As you can see on screen, we have moved to a Dago on film.
Yes.
And Porky missed it when he thought he was gone. No, you didn't, Porky. You didn't. So, here's what we're going to do.
Yes.
Jenova, God, hold on. Ugh, I get stuck in that fucking Italian accent. I get stuck in it at work, you know?
Yeah.
Ah. So, the news is over, okay?
Yes.
Porky, did you watch Candyman? Awesome.
Yeah. I watched half of it last night, and I watched the last half right before the
coming on the
stream
show.
started.
Perfect. That's perfect. Because you really only need to see half of this movie, and even that half is fucking awful.
Yeah, not surprised.
I'm okay. So what I'm gonna do, Gene, right? Because like, let's face it, your boy gotta take a pee pee.
Okay.
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 So I'm gonna. Porky, you watched it, right?
Yeah.
Did you take notes? Porky?
Nope. Didn't have time.
He learned. He
And
learned.
last
his
time I
lesson.
took notes, they didn't matter. So.
You almost said newts.
No, he not almost. He did say
You said
newts.
newts. Last time I took newts.
So let me put the pictures on the screen.
Okay.
I'm gonna read the. Hold
Synopsis.
on. Check this out. A sequel to the horror film Candyman, 1992, that returns to the now gentrified Chicago neighborhood where the legend began. It's not gentrified at all.
Not-
White people.
yeah, then that's not gentrified then.
A 6 out of 10, which is high. by
Yeah,
the way.
that's stupid high.
It's stupid high. Directed by Nia DaCosta. Writers written by Jordan Peele,
Uh-huh.
Win Rosenfeld. That's a Jew.
Yeah.
And Nia DaCosta.
Uh-huh.
Starring Yahya Abdul Mateen II.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, Gene, we've actually laughed at Yahya Abdul Mateen II
Mm.
a lot, and we didn't even know it.
Oh shit.
Tainoa Paris. So Tainoa here, right?
Uh-huh.
That's your Monica Rambeau.
Oh.
It's funny, huh? That's your Monica Rambeau.
That's
And Nia
hilarious.
DaCosta, who doesn't deserve to be directing anything.
No.
It's not because she's black. It's because she's
No.
an awful actress.
Trash.
Porky.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and start us on Candyman? You can talk about whatever. You don't have to start from the beginning. You can talk about whatever you want. I will be back in less than
Good,
3
because I don't remember the
minutes.
beginning.
That's fine. Whatever.
Remember what?
Oh, the beginning is the little kid who lives in what's the neighborhood called?
I don't know. It's in fucking
Cabrini
like
Green.
Cabrini Green, yeah.
Green, yeah.
None of that
And
matters.
he goes,
Porgy, you talk about whatever you want relating to Candyman. I will be right back.
I actually did kind of like the soundtrack. Other than that,
Okay,
it was terrible.
you did
Everything
say
was
that.
bad.
You did say you liked the soundtrack.
Yeah, it has like some kind of like
Like jump?
synthwave kind
Okay.
of thing going on in some of the horror scenes. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
And actually, I thought the scariest scene in the whole movie. Well,
Uh-huh.
nothing was scary. Things were
Okay.
kind of. Yeah, actually, none of it was really scary.
I wouldn't imagine so. It looks like trash.
The beginning, when the guy crawls out of the wall,
Uh-huh.
there's a really good effect
Okay.
where it looks like the wall just has black paint on it,
Okay.
and it cuts to the kid. He's looking,
Mhm.
and then it cuts back, and then he looks
Okay.
back, and then like the black paint on the wall begins to have like depth, and then all of a
Okay.
sudden you see like the outline of someone's, because it's like a hole low on the wall. You see like the
Yeah.
outline of someone's legs
Okay.
kind of in the wall, and then you see
Mhm.
them like move close and then step out, and the way the
Mhm.
lighting's done. I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty good.
Okay.
There's like a scene where he's in an elevator. The main character's in an elevator, and it's like one of those elevators where, usually they're like stainless steel. They're not
Yeah.
actually mirrors, but in this case, the walls in the elevator are all like glass.
Well,
And
of
the
course,
ceiling is-
because that's the whole point of what
Yeah,
Candyman is. It gets you through fucking mirrors. So
Yeah, I'm like trying to think. I don't know if I've ever seen. I guess they do
there
that, but
there
yeah.
are some, like, you'll see them sometimes in like maybe hospitals or places like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but most
I
of
mean,
the
I
time,
live in Oregon. I don't get in that many elevators.
yeah, there's probably not a
Like
lot
ever?
in Oregon.
No. There's probably like 2 in town. So
Yeah, I mean, you live in like a remote part too, where there's probably
Yeah.
no need for them. Not in a
Um,
huge city or anything else. So
And it could have been better. He's like in the elevator, and the elevator stops, and then a piece of candy falls
Are
on
you
the
even
ground.
allowed to push your own fucking elevator buttons in Oregon? You can't pump your own gas.
No, we don't have elevator. Dude, that'd be so cool if we had like, the elevator people. like with little hats, the little hats,
He
and they wear
fucking
like
said
the suits.
elevator people. He's like elevator people. Like
you
they're
know, they have
fucking
like the little
trolls
fez
or
hats.
goblins or
The
something.
little fez
Like
hats,
they're
and
a
they have like
fucking
those little red
fantasy
suits.
character.
They have the red suits, and they have like the shoulder things, like they're in the military
Yeah.
with the little fez things
You
coming
mean
down.
like a chauffeur?
Yeah, like the chauffeur people that run the elevators.
They're no very sneaky, sir. Yeah, sure.
They all sound like fucking Hugh Laurie.
Dude, that would be. I wish we still had that.
There you go. There you go, guys.
You do at certain hotels, Porky.
I wish that was around
Porky,
here.
when was the last time you were at a hotel? Like not a
Uh,
motel, a hotel.
Hotel.
A hotel?
You know why they call it a hotel? Because a hotel everybody.
Yeah, I mean, when I was in San Diego, we did like the
San Diego.
we did the thing where you like rent somebody's house. What do they call that?
Yeah,
B&B?
you had babies. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Babies?
doing in
Airbnb?
San
What is it
Diego?
called?
Airbnb.
Probably.
You could just rent houses. It's not like you're fully there. It is usually an Airbnb, though. Yeah, that's the term
Yeah.
we usually use.
Last time I was in like a fancy hotel. It's been a while.
Fucking
You
dying.
need to hang out with me more, Porky.
I mean,
I'm
usually like the
rich.
destination
You're
isn't
poor.
the hotel. You know, it's like we're just stopping for the night and then like we're
I
going.
could put you up in a Motel 6. You'd be like, this fancy. They let the light on for me.
Sheridans are pretty fancy.
I'll fucking kill you.
What's the one called?
Sheridan.
Red
Sheridan.
Lion?
That's fancy.
Dude, red lions are
Sheridan.
like red lions are friggin' pimp. That's straight up highfalutin.
Oh my god.
I'll kick you off this fucking stream. Swear to God. Highfalutin. Did you just say highfalutin?
He did.
You're in Oregon. Did you just say highfalutin?
Yeah.
Oh, them stone lines outside, them highfalutin. We know this is a good one.
Oh, Hampton.
You're the type of guy that has an
Hampton.
axe in his chest. I literally, a ghost is like, you know who your son called? A nigga. And then you
Hampton?
show up, and I put an axe in your chest.
They have the pool and they have a workout room.
Oh my god.
It's literally standard.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
What? Holy shit.
What the fuck?
Holy shit, Porky.
Hey, they got cable TV.
Sometimes I felt like I'm sheltered, but no, then you come along and say this shit to me.
They got the cable TV and everything. Holy shit.
Oh
I
my
can rent the
god.
porn and shit. You can rent it, but it shows up on your bill, sir.
Yeah.
I'll pay for it. Don't worry about it. It's cool. I rented it too.
Why does the bed vibrate?
Well, you gotta put a quarter in. That's why. Now, I read the Candyman thing, right?
Yes, you did. You read the synopsis.
Candyman is awful.
Yeah.
It's really bad. So,
Yeah.
Porky, give me a minute, okay? So, you have this artist, Tony, right?
Mhm.
A black man, right?
Yes, of course.
And he's
Did Jenova
he's
mention he was
dating-
black?
Everybody knows I'm black.
No, I mean, did you
Hey,
You
did you
the
mention
character?
Tony was black? I'm just making sure. Because it's
Tony-
important. It's
no,
really,
it is important.
really
Tony is-
important.
Really
is-
important.
Tony is black. Okay?
The most important thing about every character in this movie
The black.
is that they're black.
The black.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, Porky is fucking right. Porky is 100% right. How do you build character, Gene?
The black. That's all you need.
make them black. You don't have to do anything after that. All you have to write is a black man or a black woman, and
Mhm.
boom, You've built your character, and you don't have to do anything for an hour and a half. Okay, an hour and a half
at all.
that should be over in 90. What?
Did you notice how pretentious they made all the main characters?
Yes, I
Like
did.
unbearably pretentious.
No. Yes.
Doug thought it
Porky,
was fine.
We're gonna talk about all of that. Just give me 2 minutes, okay? Black fucking artist named Tony, right? Is fucking. I'm not even gonna start from the beginning, Porky. Don't interrupt me. Fucking. This is what you need to know. Black artist named Tony. Okay? He's married to this rich fucking woman who like she's black, right? Her name is Brianna. She like runs like galleries or whatever.
Okay.
And he's an artist. He doesn't have to do anything. She makes all the money. Right? And he started off well, but now he's kind of a hack, right? Well, Brianna has a gay brother. Okay? And he shows up, and one night they're all sitting around having wine, and her brother is like, hey, you want to hear a scary story? It's about Candyman, right? And he tells the story about Candyman, about this white woman named Helen Lyle, which is the character from the first movie, by the way.
Yes.
Who stole this black woman's baby and killed all these people with a meat hook, right? And then took the baby, right, and tried to burn it into a fire. But everybody stopped her from burning the baby. And while they were taking care of the baby, she walked into the fire and killed herself. Okay? Okay. Right?
Yeah. Totally.
Right. Yeah, Gene knows. Gene knows.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Tony, our main character, Tony, played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. I'm just going to call him Yahya because he needs to get a white man's name. So I'm not going to fuck around. I'm just going to call him Yahya. All right?
Yeah.
So Yahya, who is the artist, right, Tony?
Yes.
He basically he looks into this Candyman character, okay? And actually goes down to Cabrini Green. He's living in Manhattan, by the way. Gene knows, because he's fucking in New York. He knows.
And Gene's from Manhattan.
No, I'm not.
Gene is in a high-rise right now. Yeah. Gentrified high-rise.
It used to be a project.
It used to be a project.
Yeah, it used to be a project. Built by the bodies and souls of black people in the North. So Tony decides he gets obsessed by this story, and that's actually a big part of Candyman, is that Tony is obsessed with Candyman.
Yeah, because he's supposed to do like a new art installation, and he needs inspiration.
Right. So he does. So he goes down to Cabrini Green. He gets stung by a bee.
Okay.
Now that seems insignificant.
Is he hyperallergenic to bees?
No.
And the bee falls on the ground.
Well,
bee
yeah,
falls
because
on the ground.
they die after they fucking sting you.
And
Now-
gets eaten by a bunch of ants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I don't think they ever explain, or I'm sure there's supposed to be like some really like, this is a really intelligent movie, and it's like,
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck that even
No,
means. What the fuck
Porky
is going on?
Porky is calling this shit out. No, he
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah.
Now, look, my mom is allergic to bees. All right.
Yeah.
She got stung by a bee, and wherever the stinger was, right?
Mhm.
Like the
Yeah.
stinger is like this tiny little circle.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Well, when you get stung by a bee, it just slowly eats around until you have this like literally like inch, 2 inch, 3 inch wide
Yeah, well,
circumference. It'll just
yeah.
eat through you if you're
Mhm.
allergic.
Yeah, if
right?
you're allergic to bees. Yeah.
But I've been stung by bees and I've done nothing. Like it just
Yeah.
doesn't matter to me. Right?
No.
But however, an allergic reaction to something like bees can occur at any time.
Yes.
So you may start out not allergic by bees,
Yeah.
but then you will be, right?
Yeah.
And then you have to carry a fucking pen around.
Yeah,
with
an
you at
EpiPen.
all times.
Correct.
Yeah, an EpiPen at all times. So
So don't go to anaphylactic shock.
he gets stung by a bee, right?
Hmm.
Doesn't mean anything, right?
No.
Gets stung in his hand.
Okay.
Okay. Right hand, Porky,
Yeah,
right hand.
I believe
right
so.
hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
We say it doesn't mean anything. Clearly, it means something. Gets
Well, this
stung
pretentious
in his
thumb,
right
obviously.
hand by a bee. Doesn't mean anything.
Yes.
He meets this guy named Burke.
Hmm.
Okay, and Burke starts to tell him about Candyman. Burke works at a laundromat, and Burke gives him the information about Candyman. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, Porky, I know you're waiting. Porky, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the main hits of the movie. Okay. And then we are going to talk about we'll be able to discuss specifics.
Another thing
okay?
I kind of remember
Mhm.
is that he's taking pictures when he gets
Yeah.
stung by the bee.
Yeah, because
And
he's
the
out
picture-
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's-
I'm pretty sure he's taking a picture of the church when he
Oh,
gets
he's
from
stung by the
taking
bee,
a
Candyman?
picture of a church. He's taking and
which
and
is the church in the end of the church comes
Yeah.
back to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's taking pictures of Cabrini Green, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gets stung by a bee. Again, that will come into play.
Yeah, of course.
But
Well, the
he
church
does-
comes into play too.
The church does come into play, but we're not there yet.
Yeah.
He does an art installation, right? Like he gets really motivated, and he starts doing these pieces, right?
Hmm.
So Gene, he has a piece in a gallery.
Okay.
It's a mirror.
Okay.
But inside the mirror, if you actually walk up to the mirror and open it,
Hmm.
there's like this black light in behind it, and there's all
Okay.
these pieces that he did.
Okay.
And it's basically like black people getting punched in the face. Okay?
Okay.
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 And being beaten, right?
Uh-huh. General victim, huh?
And there's this fucking white critic there, okay? And he's trying to tell the white critic like what he's doing, you know?
Mhm.
And the white critic, without even looking him in the face, okay, the white critic goes, "Yeah, these are didactic cliches of the ambient violence of gentrification, just pretentious bullshit."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, whatever the critic is saying at the time is actually calling him out for being a hack.
Pedantic. Yeah. Pedantic hack. Yeah.
He's pedantic.
Yeah,
He's a
well,
fucking hack. He's cliche.
She kind of calls him a hypocrite because it's she like the art installation is like the gentrification where the white people come in,
Yes.
you know, and live in all these places where black people lived, but actually what's happening is it's the artists. It's like all
Yes.
these places that were ghettos,
Hmm.
but then like the rent becomes really cheap.
Yeah, and
then
artists go there, yeah.
who make good decent money go there
Yeah.
and like
Yes.
revitalize it. But it's the artist that like makes the money and takes the ghetto away from the
Yeah.
black people.
Yeah.
No, and that's it. That's a really
And that's
great
exactly what
point,
he's.
Porky.
And then she's like, "Oh wait, that's what you're doing. You live in.
Yeah.
You just
exactly.
moved into an apartment in Cabrini Green or whatever."
And that's actually the second
he's like,
time
"Oh."
they bring it up. That's
Yeah.
actually the second time they bring it up because in the beginning, right when they're talking, when the gay brother goes to tell the story about Candyman.
Candyman.
Even before that, they're actually talking about gentrification.
Mm-hmm.
And the gay boyfriend to the black boyfriend, however I know it's confusing. It doesn't matter because it doesn't matter.
The boyfriend of the brother.
Right. He even says, like, the black girl, Brianna, she's talking about gentrification. And she's like, oh, white people, like they tell white people, hey, move in.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can stand a little while, we'll give you Whole Foods and we'll make everything better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's like, no offense.
They're not in
He's
the
like, oh,
hood.
no offense taken.
No. And the white guy says, what does he say, Bart? He goes, oh, like this place. And he means
like
Manhattan.
what you guys did.
Yeah.
And then everything is really quiet for like a little bit.
Everything is really quiet because they realize that gentrification is bullshit.
Mm-hmm. It is.
But they have to keep going because they have a fucking agenda to push.
Exactly.
They undo everything they're trying to do within the first 20 minutes of
That's
this movie.
hilarious. That's fucking hilarious.
And Porky, I actually have a way to do this movie right and not the way they did it. Because we all know what this movie is supposed to be, right? With the Say My Name fucking art gallery, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
You mean the first Candyman? That's how you do this movie the right way.
Oh, God. Oh, no. No, 6.7 out of 10? Oh, fucking, this new Candyman has a 6 out of 10? Oh, no.
Jesus.
Oh, you don't say, Gene. So, so it's a lot of... This whole movie is based on, like, artists, right? And having galleries and shit like that, right? There's this white guy, like, dude, Anthony... Porky, my favorite line is when he calls, like, that black guy is, like, making fun of his art, but doesn't realize it. And our main character goes, I made him in the studio, you goofy fuck. He's drunk. He's like, you goofy fuck.
The guy's like, whoever made that art installation where they hide those really, like,
bad
I forget what he calls them. Like, bad paintings behind the mirror.
He has, like, a pretentious way of saying it. He says, do you do all your work, like, pre-made? Like, where did you find those pieces? Like, at, like, thrift stores or whatever? I think it's awesome that you hid them behind a wall in the dark. Right? And he goes, well, I actually found them in the studio where I made them, you goofy ass fuck. And he's so drunk. It's so good. And then like, okay, so there's this guy named Brian, okay? And then there's I'm just gonna call her Joy, okay? Because she's wearing a Joy Division shirt, and the whole time I just looked at her as Joy Davidson from Cobra. All right.
Okay.
But we're gonna call her Joy. So Brian he's a little bit above Brianna in the fact that he kind of like runs the art scene wherever Brianna is. Like Brianna needs to go to Brian and say, "Hey, here's some art that for you, right? To open galleries, right? So they can sell pieces or whatever." So that night, right, Anthony is gone. Everybody is left, right? So it's just Brianna and Joy, and they're there, you know? And, Anthony, before he left, he, like, looked at Brian, and he was like, don't you need to fucking stock up on some morning after pills for your intern program? You fucking hyena, or whatever the fuck. Right? He's drunk because the critic doesn't like his work.
Oh no! A critic said bad things about my work.
Because whatever he said is like totally true. So the guy like,
it's totally the guy says like, oh, fucking Brian. He goes, you fucking bitch, like that. And the Brian character, he goes, I'm totally okay with being called a bitch. Like, I'm okay with it. And Joy looks at him like, he's he's not okay with it. Right? So later that night, everybody's gone at the art at the gallery, right? And Joy, Art makes her horny, Gene.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Art makes her horny, Gene. All right.
Oh my god.
You know about Art, Gene? You know about Art? You know how horny it gets certain women, especially women wearing Joy Division fucking shirts. All right. To an art gallery opening. Don't wear a band shirt
No.
ever.
No.
If you're going to see a band, like you're gonna go see fucking Korn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't wear a Korn shirt. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Wear a Joy. Don't let anybody catch you in sweatpants and a fucking band shirt. It just means you've given up. You've given up. We get it. You've given up on.
Doesn't
on
she like
everything.
quote Joy Division? And he's like, we get.
She
And the guy's
she
like,
does.
we get it. You like Joy Division.
We get it. You like Joy Division, yeah. But she's like, but what if it's true? And like they're talking about Candyman, right? And she looks in front of the installation, which is called Say My Name, right?
Uh-huh.
And she goes, Candyman. He's like, don't do it, Joy. Don't do it. You know, Brian's like, don't do it, you know? And she's like, oh, and she's rubbing her ass against his dick. You know, she's grinding. And she hooks her belt onto his belt. Right? I don't know how they do it, Porky. I don't remember. But she goes, Candyman, 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 Candyman. She says it enough times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then her throat gets cut.
Oh boy.
Right? And then Brian goes to run, but he can't because he's attached to her belt.
Oh, that sounds like a really lame death.
So then he unhooks himself and he makes it to the door, right, Gene? But then his ankle gets slashed and he gets pulled backwards and then
boy.
cut, right? Now, Gene,
Yeah.
this movie is rated R.
Uh-huh.
So why the fuck would you cut all the fucking kills?
Yeah. Why would
It's
you do
rated
World War
that?
II,
R.
like,
Why would every
A lot of
single
kills are like right off screen.
they're
Oh,
right
Like
off
90%
screen.
of them.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Why the fuck? There is no like halfway to R, right?
No nudity either.
You're either fucking R or you're not.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
movie can easily be PG-13. There's
Very easily.
no reason for it. It can easily be PG-13.
What a fucking
There's
waste
no
of a
reason
rating.
for this movie. It's rated R, and all kills happen off screen.
Screen.
Fucking all of them,
What?
except for like 1.5. Okay.
Wow. 1.5.
Okay, so there's like these people are dead at the art installation. Brianna finds them. All right. Anthony, I say Anthony, Tony, our main character, Yaya, right?
Yeah. Yes.
He's going fucking crazy. The whole thing with Yaya and his character is that he is becoming more and more obsessed with the Candyman.
Yeah. Do you remember when they tell him what happened? Like they read the newspaper clipping?
Oh yeah. Oh,
And they mention
yeah.
they mention his name. They were like, at the exhibit of blah 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 and blah, you know, these people were murdered. And his reaction is like, my name's in the paper.
Oh yeah, it's on the TV. They're like, these people were.
Oh, that's what it was.
In front
Okay,
of the work of Anthony, whatever, in front of the up and coming artist Anthony, whatever, right? Tony, whatever his name is. In front of a piece titled "Say My Name," these two fucking people were found murdered, and he's kind of like excited about it. He's like, they said my name, and they said my name. Like he's like, and like Brianna, like his girlfriend, is like, oh, she's disgusted with him at that point. He's like, it's just nice to. I guess it's just nice to be mentioned, you know. At some point, right, the critic who pretty much rejected him, right?
Yeah.
She shows up, and she wants an interview with him, clearly because he's getting praise from this murder. So she shows up, right?
Yeah.
And he confronts her. He's like, well, it's weird that you're saying these things about my piece when you said this and that about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Because it kind of is like, it really, like, his paintings still aren't good enough. But now these people have been murdered, and it's kind of attached to, like, the story of the, the art exhibit, like what the main point of this art exhibit, that now it's important.
Porgy, yeah, because like there's like a murder case around it.
So
like,
he realizes like she still doesn't give a shit about his paintings.
She doesn't give
like,
a
really,
shit.
She doesn't get it.
Right, but because of the press around his name, she cares. But Porky, I'm glad you bring up that his paintings, like his art, isn't worth a shit. Like, dude, that beginning art that he makes is so bad. It's so bad. And he's telling his girlfriend, like, my mind is clear. I just know what I have to fucking paint. I'm like, this is what you have to paint, dude? This shit is trash. This is awful. Fucking any of us could fucking paint this shit.
Yeah, it was like really literal. It was like candy and then like
black
people
face
getting beat up.
With like 6 fists pointed at the face. And the fist, you know how everybody's like, oh, it's really hard to draw hands? This motherfucker can't draw hands. He can't paint them. All he can do, he can paint them white. That's what he can paint them.
Yes, of course. The victimhood comes in.
Everything's about white people. And I'll tell you what this movie should be about. But I'll get there.
Yes.
So basically, he ends up at like the critic's fucking apartment, right, in Manhattan, right? And he's like, he kind of calls her, and he basically he goes, I dare you to say Candyman, right? She's like, look, I gotta go to the bathroom. He's like, it's a good time as any. And she goes to the bathroom and she starts to say Candyman, right? And then he kind of like, he's like, hello? And he like she's left him for too long, you know? So he gets up and he starts to wander, and because she's an art critic, her apartment is decorated a little bit. It's got a lot of mirrors in it. And actually turns a corner, and there is a Candyman right there.
Oh,
and I say a Candyman, and we're going to talk about that. There's a guy there with a hook and a coat and everything. He is Candyman, right? And as Tony makes his movements in the mirror, Candyman makes the same movements because they're a reflection of each other.
Oh, shit, dog. He's a Candyman now.
It goes on really
shit, dog. Right.
It could have been disturbing if it was done right, but it's like, okay.
Well, it's not going to be disturbing because it was done by hacks.
Yeah.
Seemed like it went on for like 3 minutes.
Wow.
Like it took him that long to figure it out. Like he's still moving his arm, like.
Oh, I'm the Candyman now.
Wait a minute.
This movie is
he's moving and I'm moving.
Awful.
And then he's like doing more movements and more movements, and you're like, yeah, bro, do you get it yet? He's moving when you move,
it, bro.
Nah, he don't get it.
Did you figure it out yet, bro? This movie is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Like he should have made just like 2 like sudden movements, and then the realization that he was moving like that should have horrified him. Like immediately, right? Yeah. Or he should have got some reaction out of him.
You can't get reactions out of fucking computers.
But he just kind of had this weird fascination, which I didn't really feel like it didn't go right with the story.
Porky. No. Which is a lot of this movie. A lot of this movie doesn't add up. It doesn't feel right.
No, not really. A lot of like kind of weird loose ends that don't really
go anywhere.
The critic, like, she said Candyman the right amount of times in the mirror when she was in the bathroom, but she like catches him looking in the mirror, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "I gotta go," and he leaves, right? And then they do this shot from outside the apartment where the critic gets like her throat cut, and she gets like,
of course
dragged across the wall.
Of course, gotta show it from
Which
away. You can't see
I'm gonna
the.
say, I know we've been ragging on this movie,
Mhm.
Porky. I think that shot is pretty cool.
Mm.
I actually think I missed that part.
Okay, like when he leaves, right? There's this outside shot, like you have a drone outside,
Yes.
like a really tall apartment building, and you can look into, like from the window, like a voyeur, and you see like the critic like looking around, and all of a sudden, like you can't necessarily tell what's happening, but you know violence is happening.
Yeah.
And she gets her throat cut, and then she gets dragged across the wall, and like you just see this red blood stain across her, and like the camera is slowly panning out from it.
Okay.
It's a cool shot. Like I have to give the movie like
That one. Out of all the other kills at Butcher's.
We're gonna talk about it. Okay, we're gonna talk about it once we get through the main plot of the movie. So so Tony, like, he gets caught up in the Candyman legend. He starts doing he starts doing research, and he's been doing it like since before Porky and I were talking. He's been doing it, right? Helen Lyle, which is Virginia Madsen. That's her character from the original Candyman.
Yes.
Right, which we talked about. She was Candyman. She killed a bunch of people. She stole a baby, tried to burn it in a fire, blah, blah, blah. Have you seen the original Candyman? Because that's not what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Because we're going to talk about that, okay?
Yeah.
He goes to a library. Porky, did you like the elevator scene?
I kind of had an idea where I thought I could have been better.
Okay, so hold on. So he goes to like the college library or something like that.
Yes.
And he gets like these records on Helen Lyle. And the woman gives them to him, and he ends up in an elevator at some point.
Yeah.
He's an artist. He's doing research, right? Which
Yes,
is
of course.
which is fine. Like all of that shit is fine.
Yeah.
I totally get that shit, right?
You know it's not going to pay off to anything being in the movie, though, because they're stupid.
No, because it's Jordan fucking Peele.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I fucking know.
Yeah.
So he fucking he ends up in an elevator in, I would say it's like a college library, right? Porky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ends up in the elevator, and Porky. So he's in the elevator, all right, all by
with the
himself.
mirrors on the walls and the ceiling.
There's mirrors all around.
Yeah, it's a mirrored elevator.
Right. Porgy, anything to say about that scene?
When the candy drops on the floor, that's fine.
Sure, that is.
When he-
Yeah, I've seen James Wan do that. Yeah. It's
Yeah, when
fucking, yeah.
When he looks up, I thought, like, Candyman shouldn't be on the other side of the mirror. He should be more like 3D, like reaching down on him. It would have been scarier that way.
Mirror is everything.
But he's just so blatantly in the mirror when he looks up.
Gene, did we
Yeah,
tell
I
you
don't know.
this?
It wasn't
did
that
we
scary.
tell you that when the movie starts, all the opening, right? So, like, is it from Universal, Porky? Something like that, right?
They did the lion.
It's Universal.
MGM?
Oh, it's MGM,
MGM.
Universal, and Monkey Paw, which is Jordan Peele's, right?
Yeah.
All of their and something else. There's another fucking production company in there. All
Narab?
of
It was like born backwards or something.
born backwards, yeah. All of their fucking intros are backwards,
Oh shit,
as
dog.
if you're on the other side of the mirror.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oh shit. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay. So the
Yeah,
production
it's supposed
company
to
is
be
called
like you're on
Born.
the other side of the mirror. Yeah.
I didn't even get it. I was like, why this is stupid?
Why is did
Why
you
are the
think
letters
that
backwards?
whoever uploaded it backwards?
I
so
don't know,
it
I just
wouldn't
didn't-
get
I didn't think about it that
copyright
hard.
struck? Like,
No,
like
I
how
just
they
didn't think about it
do
that
on
hard. I was
YouTube?
just watching. I was like, this is stupid.
I agree, Porky. I think it's dumb. Did you know that if you watch Happy Death Day, right? Happy Death Day, which is a Blumhouse thing.
Yeah.
They repeat the intro like 4 times. It's dun 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 dun, like the Universal or whatever, like the fucking
Okay.
like the sun coming over the earth or whatever.
Yeah.
the fucking thing. They start it over like 4 times before they fucking do it.
Oh Jesus.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the elevator scene. He gets into an elevator and Candyman is on the roof.
Yeah.
And then the doors open up and there's like a bunch of white students there and they're like, "Hey," and he's like, "Oh, I'm okay. I'm a 36-year-old man."
Yeah, I'm
Look,
sitting
the
on the
movie
floor in an
is-
elevator.
He gets obsessed, right? So the critic has died, right?
Yes.
So when it comes to his girlfriend or fiance or whatever you want to call her, Brianna, right?
Yeah.
She starts to get like, because the Say My Name and the Tony. What is his name? Tony Quinn? No, that would
Something.
be Anthony
No.
Quinn. Would be way too fucking
That's
good
too
for
white.
him.
That's too white.
It's Anthony McCoy. That's his
Yeah,
name. Tony
McCoy.
McCoy.
which
Yeah.
is
So
actually
he's-
really pretty white
he's-
too.
He's Irish now.
That sound well. Hey. Let's not get into that because that could take an extra.
Yeah,
hour
just like
and a
Tracy
half.
McGrady.
I've never thought of myself as a mass shooter. but
But
so while he's getting obsessed with the Candyman thing, Gene.
yeah.
And he okay, so remember, Gene, he
Mhm.
was stung in the hand
By the bee. Yeah.
by a bee.
Yes.
Okay? And that actually like gets worse and worse.
Yeah, festers
It
through
actually,
the movie.
his hand starts to get infected,
Okay.
and like he touches it, he's like, ooh, like it hurts, right?
Mhm.
And it actually like moves from his hand up his arm and
Okay.
shit like that.
Yeah.
But that'll come into play. But Brianna,
And it doesn't really work. It doesn't really work because there's points where he's like still with his girlfriend,
Yeah,
and his entire hand is like fucking
Fuck.
disgusting, and it's like
Yeah.
they never.
It is
She never even mentions it.
disgusting.
Yeah, his
Never
girlfriend never
mentions
even
it.
mentions it,
She's never like, hey, you need to, you should. Get
and they're like
looked
sleeping in the
at.
same bed.
Sleeping in the
it's
same
never even brought up.
bed, fucking like
Your rotten
She-
hand really just gets me off.
you know it's got to smell.
Yeah.
It's
You
yeah,
know it has to smell because of what
Yeah.
it pertains to.
Well,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So while his hand is rotting, Gene,
Mhm.
and he's being obsessed, Brianna is getting like these offers, especially from like this really big like art woman, black woman
Uh-huh.
or whatever
Yes.
the fuck like that, you know. And Brianna's father killed herself, and that's actually
Okay.
something that is of no consequence.
course
Nobody
not.
cares.
Yeah.
Wow.
They show you it for a second, and
Mhm.
it seems like filler.
Mhm.
Black man suicide is filler in this movie.
yeah.
That's
He's like
all-
sitting on the windowsill or whatever, and
Yeah,
it's,
and he's
like
like-
her as a little girl, and she's like, "What are you doing, Daddy?" He's like, "Did you know I could fly?" And then he
Did
jumps
you
out
know
the
I could
window.
fly? And he just fucking hops out the window, bro.
Oh my Jesus.
From like a second, like, and it doesn't even look like he's that far.
And all of
up
his
before
paintings are all in the. Yeah, it looks like a third floor.
Yeah, it's not. It like he's probably crippled, but he ain't dead. kind
Yeah.
of fucking
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But like she doesn't want to, and I have to give her some respect for this, but at the same time, like don't pretend like you're looking like to whatever. Her story, like her father is known as like this really tortured artist or whatever,
Oh God.
and his stuff has actually been locked up.
Okay.
But her mother is forcing her and her brother to sort of have to deal with it or whatever.
Okay.
However, she doesn't want like she wants to make her own way. She doesn't
Okay.
want her father being this artist who is known and his suicide and everything to make her way for her. She wants to
Yeah.
make her own way, which is something that
Okay.
I can respect, and I
Yeah, of
fucking
course.
get that. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So but now it's her father,
Mm-hmm.
and now she's connected to Tony McCoy, who
Uh-huh.
say my name and everything
Yep.
around him, right?
Mhm.
Like people are dying.
And
Yeah.
you almost get the impression that there's a theme, like because McCoy didn't want his art to be famous just because like the art dealer guy was murdered, right? And
Yes.
now that like plays in the art, he wanted his art to be noticed because it was good.
Uh-huh.
And she wants to be good at what she's done and not because of like who her father was or what his art is.
Uh-huh.
So you're almost thinking like, oh, this is going somewhere.
But it doesn't,
Right.
does it?
Oh, but it goes somewhere, Gene.
Not a good place, I imagine.
Well, Gene, what if I told you that Brianna eventually she confronts Tony, and he's actually making better art than he's ever made up to this point. Right?
Yeah,
Oh,
the art in
geez.
that scene where like he's
drawing the
doing
faces
those
of-
faces.
Mm-hmm.
He's drawing these faces of all these different black men, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
The paint's like
he's-
really thick.
Uh-huh.
they're
And it's
really,
like protruding because he's like stabbing the paint on it, and it's like
and
drying, and it's
the
really
canvases are
wild
like
looking.
5 feet high.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's doing, and which I understand as somebody who's done multi-medium and stuff like that. Like I know what he's doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, there's like a scene where he's like, where it shows him painting it, where he's like hunched over the painting, like he's hunched over the canvas, and the camera's like pointing up.
from the upward point of
Yeah,
view.
like it's pointing up and at
Yeah.
him from the
Yeah.
ground, and he's like leaning over the painting, and he's like brushing
his
like
head
underhanded.
is basically on the canvas. His head, his
Yeah, and he's like looking
his
up.
forehead,
His
top of
face
the,
is
top
down,
of
and he's
his
looking
head,
straight at the canvas upward,
and he's just
Okay.
painting.
and he's
right?
like panting.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like,
and it's actually kind of. It's like, oh, okay, this is.
that's
kinda
actually
creepy.
a really good shot.
Yeah,
That's a really great shot, and it actually it gives you the artistic, like an actual like artist point of view. Like that's a really good shot.
Mm-hmm.
like the shot helps you understand his state of mind. That
Right,
Yeah.
but
in the-
Brianna sort of catches him doing that, right?
Okay.
yeah.
And Brianna's like, "What the fuck, Tony?" And he goes, he's like, I brought him back. I brought him back. I don't know what I fucking did, right? And he's fucking, and he goes, "I brought Candyman back," right? And she goes, "This is fucking dumb, Tony. You're stupid. You're a dumb nigger. We can't be
Dumb.
having this, right?"
Uh-huh.
And she goes to say Candyman, and I'm gonna get a little bit of the timeline off here, Porky, because we're about to get to a really funny scene that I laughed so hard at, Porky. So she goes to say Candyman in the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
and he breaks the mirror.
Oh.
He like throws something.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay. And she actually leaves, and she goes like to stay with her gay boyfriend and his boyfriend.
You mean her gay brother?
That's her brother. Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, her gay brother. Well, I mean, whatever. I don't care how it works. I'm busy. And this is the greatest part, Porky. I paid perfect attention to this because this is something that's like actually sort of in my mental notes, right? She goes, summoning candy. Like, who the fuck would do that, right? And it cuts to white girls at a high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the screen cap of that.
Who
And
who the fuck would do that?
That's
White girls
foreshadowed.
at a high school, and it's straight foreshadowing because
It's
only
foreshadowed
white
because
people
the
would fuck with
the
it.
rich. Well, because the rich white girl was at the art exhibit in the beginning.
She was, and she didn't even open the mirror. She just took a picture of the mirror because her face
Yeah.
was in it, right?
And
that's
she
what
was holding
thought
the
it was.
pamphlet that said Candyman in it 5 times.
Yeah. So all of these girls are in a high school bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually have a couple different type of girls. You have this girl named Boof, who is clearly a tranny. She's got a shaved head and everything like that. And you got these other girls. And this black girl comes into the room, right? And like everybody makes fun of her. And she just goes into the toilet to take a shit. With her headphones on, and her backpack has Black Lives Matter patch.
Of course it does.
Okay,
Of course it
so
does.
obviously.
Yeah.
But she's in the stall, right? But all these girls, all these different types of girls have said Candyman in front of the mirror, right? And they go to leave, but they can't. The door won't open. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh my god, the door won't open. So this one girl's like, oh my god, I forgot this. And she runs, and it's the angle, right?
Yeah, all of the stalls.
Everything happens
There's
off
the door-
screen.
Yeah,
course
there's
it
the door
does.
to the bathroom, and then there's all the stalls, and then like behind the stalls to the right, there's the sinks. So they're all standing in front of the door, and the mirror and the sink and everything is like hidden behind the stalls.
Yeah. That girl's dead.
So like one girl like forgets something, and she runs around to the sink that's hidden by the stall stick protruding out, and then like she's dying. And then what's the next thing they do? They're all like drop to their hands and knees, and they're all looking underneath the stalls.
Oh, that one girl is looking underneath the stall.
Yeah, so you're seeing like their feet like floating in the air and shit. It's so stupid.
I want to talk about that when we actually like sum everything up, right? But like the black girl is in her stall while all these white girls are just getting murdered in the bathroom.
Yeah, first she's
And
like
there is
listening to her
blood.
music.
When she looks under the stall, right? I hate it, Porky. Because she looks under the stall and there's like a little bit of blood, and then clearly someone has opened a can of tomato
Pouring
juice
blood.
and is just pouring blood.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
Man, isn't it great that this movie's rated R? Isn't
How
it
to explain
great?
it? It's like when you see one of those waterfalls where
Yeah.
the water is floating freely and it's like pouring in a long line. Like that's how the blood is pouring.
Yeah,
it's
it's
pouring
this
like
weird,
in like a 16-inch wide
horizontal-
line, but it's
Yeah.
pouring like very thinly.
Yeah. So all
Like,
these,
it's
so
one of
like
those-
6 girls are killed in a fucking locker or in a fucking high school, which is near Cabrini Green. Okay,
Huh.
and it's very similar to the art murders that have been happening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Gene,
Yeah.
say my name. Say his name, Gene.
Candyman.
Yeah, Candyman, Porky.
Candyman.
Porky won't say
I ain't
it.
messing with
Porky's
that shit.
scared. Porky. That's
It
white
ain't
folks
real.
shit, right? It doesn't work for me, Porky. I'm not even white. You're
fucking
white,
real.
so you should watch out, Porky. Porky's white.
You are the whitest one here, Porky.
White. Imagine being white in 2021.
I just realized that Candyman doesn't kill any black people.
Whoa. You just realized it?
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I watched.
No,
like,
he
half of
actually
it last
does.
night.
Hold on. He actually does, Porky.
Who does he? I'm trying to think. Was it in the first
Okay,
half of the movie?
remember
The part I
Burke?
saw last
You know
night.
Burke, he runs a laundromat.
Oh yeah. Does he?
Remember
Wait,
his
no,
sister
she kills him.
and her friend. His sister and her friend play Candyman in the mirror. and
Oh
they-
yeah. Okay, in
Remember
the
he's like,
flashback.
I'm gonna
That's right.
piss on your bed if you don't let me in. Remember that?
Yeah.
Hold on. We'll get to all that.
But that's
Anyway,
way ahead. Yeah.
yeah. I just want to go through the movie like quickly.
Yeah.
right?
Go ahead.
And then we'll talk about like all these different things that happen. Like we'll get in depth.
Okay.
But look, eventually Tony, his hand gets super infected. And there's this stupid long scene where he's laying on the ground in the art in his art fucking studio. I hate that scene. He just dude, it's just staring at a single point. The camera doesn't move, nothing for like a fucking like 2 minutes.
Holy shit.
I fucking hate it. Anyway, it's him. His hand is so affected he eventually has to go to the hospital.
Which he should have done when he first saw infection.
He goes to the hospital in Cabrini Green, right?
Okay.
And the doctor like shows up and she's like, "Hey, welcome back," you know. Hey, and she goes and he goes, "What do you mean welcome back?" She goes, "You were born here." And he goes, "No, I was born on the south side." And she goes, "Well, according to your medical records, you was born here."
Oh shit, dog.
So Gene,
Yes.
remember Candyman?
Yeah.
Remember that little baby?
He's the fucking baby?
He's the baby.
Oh my god, that's so stupid.
He's the baby. And what he finds out, Gene, is that black people lie about their own fucking culture, history, and everything. Because the white woman wasn't the killer.
No, she wasn't.
He goes to visit his mom. There is a thing in this movie where he's trying to visit his mom. And there's actually a reason why they don't show the mom. And it's because it's the same actress.
Yeah.
So it would give away that he's the baby.
Baby, yeah.
But we already knew that he was the baby.
It's not too fucking hard to figure out.
It wasn't hard to figure out even not seeing the mom.
No.
We know he's the baby. They set it up in the beginning, and there's foreshadowing.
Yeah.
So he's
I haven't
actually
even-
the
I haven't
baby
even-
from the Candyman that
The original
Candyman
movie,
was trying
yes.
to burn with
Yes.
Helen Lyle.
I don't even think
right?
I've seen the first movie all the way through.
You don't
and I
even need
figured it
to
out.
see it.
No, I figured it out, and I
However-
didn't even see the first movie.
However, that third act is what they reference mainly in the like the whole bonfire. Like they have, remember Gene, they have the bonfire at the end and stuff like that.
Yep.
But it's can't like be my victim and shit like that.
Yes.
Anyway, he goes to visit his mom, right? And this is actually some of the best acting. I don't know who this actress is, right? She's awesome. She's great in the first Candyman, and she's even better in this reboot, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
A mistake.
She's awesome. Well, she's a glitch, basically.
Yeah.
She's awesome because like he's like talking to his mom, and he's like, "You told me I was born in the South Side." And it's him coming to terms with he's the baby, and her telling him like the truth about Helen Lyle and Candyman. And
that she tried to save him. She didn't try killing him.
Saved you.
Yeah.
Right. But he says, he goes, I'm learning about Candyman, and she goes, shh. And she like claps her hands. Like it's actually in the trailer where she goes, shh, don't say that. You know? And that whole scene
really
is
well.
like, yeah, she does it really well. She's got like this face on her, and she's like, no. You do not even mention that fucking name. We don't even play that game. Right?
No.
And she basically he finds out he's the baby, right?
Yes.
Which is fine and dandy. And then we cut, right? And Brianna has left because, he thinks he's summoning Candyman or whatever, and she comes back and she's trying to get a hold of him. But she can't, and she realizes he's at the laundromat. Okay. And the laundromat is where Burke is at. We talked about Burke. He met him in Cabrini Green, and Burke kind of knows about like the Candyman legend and shit like that. So she goes to try and talk to Burke. She can't, but then she gets locked in his office, in Burke's office, right?
Okay.
And basically somebody grabs her, and she wakes up in this church, this abandoned church.
Yeah, the one from the original movie.
And Burke is there.
Which is the abandoned church that he was taking a picture of when he got stung.
Yeah.
Yes. And Tony, our main character, Yaya,
Mm-hmm.
is facing against the wall, and Porgy, I don't know if you know, I don't know if you remember this, but Burke has the greatest fucking line. I laughed so hard at this. Burke goes, "This is where I was baptized. Isn't it beautiful?" And it's fucking all run down and abandoned and shit like that, right? And then Brianna goes, "Tony, Tony," and he looks, and Tony's like facing a wall. He's all like possessed or whatever the fuck, you know. And Burke goes, "Yeah, I guess I'm on some other shit now." He fucking,
Yeah. That's pretty good.
it's the way he says it is the funniest shit. So Burke, right? He's doing all this preaching in front of Brianna, right? And he's talking about Candyman, you know. And he goes, I saw him when I was young. And we find out what happened to a specific guy named Candyman.
Yes.
Okay, named Sherman. Porky talked about that scene where he comes out of the wall,
Yeah.
right? And the cops like beat his face in because he was a fucking jig, right? Because like, I mean, that's what you do, right? You can't trust him. But he would he had a hook for a hand.
Okay.
He used to give candy to all the kids, and then
Yeah.
some kids got razor blades in their candy or whatever, and the police just all
which
assumed it was
not
him.
because of Sherman, but everybody fucking blamed him for it, and he was hiding in the walls to stay away from the cops.
Yeah, and the
basically.
projects.
Yeah, of Cabrini Green, right?
Okay.
Which is not something uncommon, by the way. In a lot of projects, gangs will take over your house and they will break down your walls and connect them and shit like that.
Yeah.
But what Burke does is he tells the story of Tony Todd.
Yes. Oh, the original Candyman.
The original Candyman being hunted down, right? Because he fell in love with a white woman. He was a painter.
Yep.
Being killed by bees.
Yep.
Having his hand cut off and replaced with a hook and everything. He tells that, and they tell this in this really weird puppet animated style. I say anime, it's animated. It's this puppet.
That puppet
anime.
style.
I took some pictures of it.
Yeah,
it's
I've been
in
seeing
there.
it. I've been seeing it now and again.
The reason it's in
there
there is because this whole thing stems from a fucking short film done by Nia DaCosta.
Of course.
A couple years before this movie came out. Whatever. Who cares? So he tells that story, right? And then while Brianna is sitting there in like a church pew, Burke cuts off Yaya's hand.
Okay.
Shoves a meat hook into it.
Of course, as you do.
Puts the coat onto him that we all know Candyman wears.
Yes.
He's got this long. It's not a trench coat. It's a long.
It's like a
fur
pimp
coat.
It's like a
It's
pimp
like
coat.
a
almost.
pimp coat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
I think
winter
we
coat.
missed a part.
Yeah.
No, Porky. I'm about
Let me
to
just
get
say
there.
this. Let me.
Yes. Go ahead.
I don't think you're about to get to this part. But as she's waking up, like she's, the scene starts in the church,
Yes.
and he's on the phone and he's calling the police.
Yes. No, Porky.
And
You
he's
bring up
like-
a good point. Yeah. Go ahead, Porky.
He's
Say
like, this crazy man's here and he's got a hook for a hand and he's attacking people, and because his whole
I think
intention
it's related
is
to the art slayings and shit.
yeah,
like
his
that.
whole intention is to
Did you notice
sacrifice
Did you notice he's doing it in like the stereotypical white,
like a very white voice.
Yeah.
It's pretty hilarious too. It's like
Yeah.
such a like if I
Like
was
if
the
you've
cop
ever
on the other
watched
line,
like
I'd be like,
BET
yeah.
stand up, it's like it's like that black comedian white voice. White people be paying their taxes and shit.
dude, if I was the 911 operator, I'd be like, hey y'all, we got Tiger Woods.
Hey
Tiger
y'all.
Woods just called 911.
Yeah.
That's what
So
I'd be
he's-
doing on the other side of the
yeah,
line because it was
so-
pretty silly.
Yeah, so Burke called the cops before any of this happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
So eventually he is like put a hook on Yaya's hand.
Uh-huh.
Yaya, like the entire right side of his face is like infected. His one eye is like completely milky white.
Uh-huh.
All of that shit, right?
Yeah.
Brianna manages to escape, and Burke tracks her down, but she's got I don't know, she's got a sharp object, Porky. She's got like scissors or something.
Yeah, she's gonna like hit him with something big,
she
but then she
running
like
with them?
drops it, and then she like
fucking-
pulls out her keys or something,
She stabs him in the ear.
and stabs him like 90 times.
She stabs him 90 times, and Yaya shows up fucking Candyman-ified, right?
Mhm.
Like, I think he's dead. Now it's about to get good, Jane. Here we go.
Oh,
It's so
I'm
good. This
sure-
part is so hilarious.
You think it's
so hilarious.
It's so. Thank you, Porky. It's
Uh-huh.
fucking hilarious, Gene.
What we got?
So like she's killed Burke, right?
Yes.
She has stabbed him so many times,
Mhm.
right? That a guy with a hook has said, "I think he's dead." Like you can stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
And basically Yaya like lays down in her arms. He like collapses in her arms, you know.
Okay.
And remember, Burke called the cops, right?
Yes, he did.
So Brianna is fucking she's cradling
Mm-hmm.
Yaya in her arms.
Yeah.
You know, and she's like, "It's gonna be okay. We're gonna get you help." And like the police are showing up, right? The emergency services are showing.
Yes.
She's like, in here, right? And a cop opens the door and goes, "Put your hands up," and just goes, "Bang, bang, 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 bang," and fucking
reality.
shoots, right?
Yes.
And
Senseless
remember,
violence from
she's
police.
cradling Yaya in her hands. She doesn't get shot. Only Yaya is killed.
What the fuck?
Only Yaya is shot, and she ends up in the back, arrested in the back of a police cruiser.
Oh my
Okay?
god.
And this white cop gets in, and he starts he's a bad guy because he's a white cop. Obviously.
The white
He's a
man. The
fucking-
white man.
He's a bad guy, Gene. Right?
Yes, the white man.
And he starts what does he say to her? He gives her option. He gives her like two options, right, Porky? He's like,
Yep.
he's like either like that cop charged in and shot without with no reason, or
No, he's
You
like,
know.
he's like, either you go with the story that, he came into the room, he saw he had the hook, he'd known previously that he'd murdered these other people,
yeah,
and he saw him coming at him with the hook and he shot him,
yeah,
or you're an accomplice.
or you're an accomplice, and he talks to her about her in the third person,
Wow.
he's like, or she spends the rest of her life in prison, right?
Fuck. See that one fucking gym dude
Yeah.
from Seinfeld?
Because he's like, because I'm sure he needed help dismembering those other bodies.
Yeah, right. And what does she do, Gene?
Oh, what does she do?
She says, "I'll tell you everything you want to know, but I just need you to point that rearview mirror towards me."
So she
And he
can say
goes-
Candyman.
And what does the cop do, Porky?
He's
the
like,
cop goes,
no.
"No." Credits. Wouldn't that be the
Dude.
best fucking
Dude.
movie?
It would have been
The cop
hilarious.
went,
Dude, but no, seriously?
No.
No, seriously? That would be such an easy edit to make.
Yeah, it would be.
You
Right?
could actually
Yeah.
edit that into that scene.
Yeah, but they didn't do that.
Oh,
so
but I mean,
No, they
someone
didn't.
actually could.
yeah, you
Like,
could.
somebody could make a meme of that on the YouTube. Just
Yeah.
in the
I'm
movie.
sure they could.
Like
I'm sure
we
they
could
easily
edit
could.
it right now. No,
Dude,
Boom.
that would
And
get
then the
views.
fucking credits would pop up.
That
But
would
the
get
cop
views.
is like, she goes, "I'll tell you everything. I just want to see myself in the mirror."
Mhm.
And he goes,
Okay.
"Fuck, whatever, fine, whatever, right?" He's tired. He's had a long day of fucking killing black people. he just wants to get home to his white wife and make white babies that'll kill black people. He just wants to, be white.
Nothing like a
So
genocide to get you tired.
yeah, nothing like living genocidally. So he takes the rear view mirror and he aims at her and she whispers Candyman.
She whispers it.
And he keeps going for at least twice before he goes, "What? What's that? what you talking about
What
back
are you
there?
saying?
Wait, what you saying, boy?"
Jesus.
And eventually she makes it I think it's 5 times, right? 5 times.
Yeah,
That's
5 times. Yes.
She goes, Candyman. Like the last time she's really and all of a sudden all the cops outside of the car, outside of the vehicle, they get killed. But that cop, he gets locked in there,
Okay.
and all the cops are getting killed and everything like that. And when you look outside, this is something I think we'll go into, Porky, in a minute here. But the way they portray Candyman, when you actually do see him, I think it's kind of cool. They just don't do it as good as they could, right?
You mean like the original?
Yeah.
It kind of Michael Myers him in the end.
Yeah. So then Candyman is talking to the final cop in the car, and Candyman is like, they'll say you're innocent, but you're not. But that's all that matters. And then he kills the cop in the car or whatever.
Okay.
And then
because he locks the doors in the car. Yeah, and then he unlocks the door.
The doors unlock, and she chases him. She doesn't chase him, but around the corner and behind this fence, which I have pictures. They're all there. I went through the movie and took pictures.
Are you away from the microphone?
Yeah.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm good.
It seemed like you were backed up or something because it.
No, I'm not backed up. Am I good?
You're good now.
You're
Yeah.
good now.
It
Oh, yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
It wasn't for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. So, Gene, do you see that reflection of yourself in the thing?
Yeah.
Porky, you see that reflection of yourself?
Nigga, I ain't playing that game.
It doesn't matter. It can be any reflection. Porky.
There's no mirror in my room. My eyes are closed.
Candyman.
My eyes are closed.
Candyman.
Your ears closed too.
We're all gonna die except for me because I'm not white. No, black people will die though.
Mm-hmm. The other guy
right.
died.
All right, hold on. We're at the end here, right?
Uh-huh.
She goes around this corner and he's behind this fence, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's floating. We'll talk about that. When he's floating. And there's all these bees covering his face. Right, Gene?
Yes.
And then
yes,
the bees, they slowly disappear. They dissipate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his face turns into Tony Todd.
Tony Todd's face.
Right?
CGI
And
Tony Todd face.
Yeah, it looked kind of Uncanny Valley, but yeah.
Yeah, it's
you could tell it was
Uncanny
him.
Valley. And it's clearly de-aged.
Yeah, definitely de-aged.
Yeah. And Tony Todd just says, he tells Brianna, tell everyone.
Someone wanted a paycheck.
Fucking credits.
Beautiful. 20 out of 20.
Porky, let's get it a little bit into detail here. What time is it? Oh, we're way over.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because last week was a short fucking thing, and anybody who left is going to come back and rewatch, so it doesn't matter. We barely hit on a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And we went
the part
through, that is Candyman,
the movie.
by the way.
Yeah, that's the movie.
You don't even have to listen to anything. If you literally want to leave, go for it. You've missed nothing.
No.
The part that made the least amount of sense to me was the laundromat guy's motives.
Okay. What do you think his motives are?
I didn't really understand, so it kind of implied that, he saw his sister die.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, that didn't make that didn't explain
Those
why.
are his motives.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
get it.
His motives are to bring Candyman back to get
Why?
revenge for all the cop killings of black people.
Yeah, see,
Those
I
are
don't know.
his
It just
motives. So here's the big reveal, and I'm glad you brought that up, Porky. Candyman is like, that's why it's the say his name, right? Which say his name, which is like the George Floyd thing, and like all the black
Yeah.
people are being like
yeah.
say their
Mhm.
names, right?
Mhm.
It's the black man Burke brings back Candyman so that Candyman will punish all the white cops who killed black people for no reason. Okay? That is the reasoning behind Burke. He's obsessed with Candyman. He knows that Candyman exists.
Mhm.
He's the little kid who knew that Sherman got his face punched in and became a Candyman and everything
Mhm.
like that. He is the whole reason to bring Candyman back is to create an urban legend that will kill white people
Yeah.
for being white enough, and because white people be dumb, y'all.
That would have been fine. That's great, but I just think it would have been better if
Well, they
it
don't
wouldn't have
think
been
about
like a.
they
it
don't
wouldn't have
think about
been-
making it
No,
better.
of course
Porky.
not. I know, but that's what we're talking about now. I just
Kind
feel
of.
like it
That
would have
is
made more.
Burke's-
It,
That is
yeah,
Burke's,
I feel like it would have made more sense if it hadn't been like a switch flipped, because he's like helping him, and it never really implies that he has any ulterior motives, and then all of a
doesn't
sudden
imply,
he's
but the reason
he's like
helping him is because
no, okay, but it just doesn't. It wasn't that well done. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like that could have been the motive, and it could have
Oh,
been well
I
done.
agree with you 100%, Porky.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. Like this movie is really lazy.
Well, no
Yeah.
shit.
It's really bland. It doesn't. Okay, look, the original Candyman has a 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb.
Mhm.
This movie has a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Gene.
This. Mhm.
Porgy, do you have the watch together?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Gene, can you put the watch together on screen?
You're the one hosting, dude.
Oh, I'm the one hosting. Sorry,
What
guys.
happened?
Here we go. Here we go. Gene, you want to know who plays Candyman?
Sure.
Wait till you see the. No, 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 no.
That's who it is. That's who he fucking is. That's hilarious.
Look at the top of his
Oh,
head.
holy
Top of his
shit.
head.
I don't know. I'm not able to enter the room.
You're
That's
there,
our
though.
Candy. You
I
can't
thought.
enter the room, Porky?
What the fuck?
Let's see. This watch together room does not exist.
Does. That's the same link.
I mean, we're literally inside of it right now.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
What the?
I can't
What the-
make that screen not happen.
You can't enter your mom, Porky? That's weird.
Here, let me.
Hold
I
on.
mean, I
what
can
this-
screen cap it if you want to
Here.
screen cap.
No, here, Porky.
I
Let me
just
give this
sent
to.
you- I just sent it to you again. See if that
Yeah.
That looks like a different room, to be honest, than the one Gene sent me.
The fuck?
That's a
That is a
different
different. That
link.
is a different link. What the fuck? That was not the.
weird.
Gene gave me the wrong link.
Sorry, Porky.
It's all right.
That's literally the link I had earlier from Jenova.
Porky, you good? You good?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. I see him.
Yes.
Just saw him popping. Porky, you're good, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Play it
all right,
again.
So this is our Candyman. You ready, Porky?
Wait till you see the. No, 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 no.
Oh boy. So we have been laughing at this
Top
motherfucker
of
the
his
whole
head.
time. That's hilarious.
His lips.
Look at this lady.
Oh no, that is him.
Yeah,
It
it
is.
is.
Oh, he tried
Holy
it.
fuck.
He tried it. Watchmen episode 1. People talking
Mhm.
shit. Watchmen
Yep.
episode. How you like me now?
Jesus. 48.
I miss ER. I wish he would come back. I miss
I don't know where the
ER.
fuck happened to him.
I don't know what the fuck happened to ER. He's working on something. You know he
Maybe.
is.
Maybe. If he
Or
didn't
he's
die.
doing his job. He's like Medicare if he didn't have cancer. He's fucking. He's living his life.
I guess.
All right. Porky. What else do we want to talk about when it comes to
I don't know.
fucking Candyman? Okay.
Like-
So let me hold on. We've talked about negatives, right? Let me talk about a couple positives. Okay.
Okay.
There's a couple scenes that have really good cinematography.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that synthwave or whatever it was.
You like the
You
music.
like the music. You like the
Yeah.
music.
I thought that
Yeah,
set up some of
I
the
don't
scenes
mind
very
the
well.
music at all. Yeah. Music is cool. The cinematography is okay in like 3 scenes.
Uh-huh.
However, I've said this a lot, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it right now, Gene.
Yes. Go ahead. I know what you're going to say.
Now, I know that Jordan Peele is like, and Monkey Paw is his production company.
Yes.
Right, and they produced this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Why is everyone pretending to be Jordan Peele?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
You prove every stereotype
Mm-hmm.
when you pretend to be Jordan Peele that you are leeches and
Mm-hmm.
that you really aren't as creative as you think you are
Mm-hmm.
when everything looks like Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
This is the most shallow Jordan
Mhm.
Peele thing I've seen.
Since us.
Yeah, well, Jordan Peele directed and wrote Us, right?
Yes.
This isn't directed by him.
No, he just wrote this one.
No, but clearly he wrote it,
Mm-hmm.
but there's like 2 other people in.
Yeah,
Nia
so he wasn't the only
DaCosta
one, yeah.
has got a writing credit,
No,
but
I
she's
haven't
the
seen-
director. What is
Yes.
she doing? She's doing the Marvels.
Mm-hmm.
Brianna is Monica Rambeau
Yeah.
in the Marvels and
Yes.
WandaVision.
Yes.
That's your real Captain Marvel. Well, your
Mhm.
second to real Captain Marvel. Let's face it, it's a dude.
Yeah.
But why do all black people have to be Jordan Peele now? He's a
I know.
fucking hack.
Yes, he is.
And let me tell you this about fucking Jordan Peele, by the way. This fucking idea that Jordan Peele knows what a strong black independent sister is. Jordan Peele is married to an Italian Jew.
Yep, he
Her
is.
name is Chelsea Peretti. They have a child.
Yep.
He didn't marry a strong, independent black woman.
No.
BLM would crush him
Mm-hmm.
for being married to this woman. This idea that he knows what black people go is such bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a one-hit wonder.
He was.
He
That's
did
it.
Get Out.
That's
Get Out
it.
is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Then he became
Gene and I
sunken.
have talked about it. You should watch it.
Mm-hmm. You should. Get Out's
Everything
fun.
else is
It's
fucking
trash.
trash.
Trash at the utmost degree.
And this is me trying to say something nice.
I know, and it's still the same. You can't.
There is really good cinematography, Gene.
Yeah.
About
that doesn't-
3 to 5 instances, there's really good cinematography.
It doesn't save the
okay?
movie though. It doesn't.
But the entire time I went, yeah, I know Jordan Peele's fucking thing. And Jordan Peele is right behind you going, okay, now move it like this.
Yeah.
It is kind of funny though.
Right. Okay. And like it just is all comes off as fucking pretentious and superficial,
Well,
which
yeah.
is what this movie is.
Of course.
I think it is kind of funny though, like because some of the scenes are so well shot,
Uh-huh.
but then like all of the kill scenes
Trash.
are all like B grade,
Off
like
camera.
cheap. No, but even just like the setups and the screen angles and everything of those shots
Mhm.
are all just like anything you'd pull out of like the dollar bin,
Yeah.
and it's like really jarring
Uh-huh.
because it's like, oh, some of these scenes are kind of, this is pretty good and the music is pretty good, and then it cuts to the scene like where they're in the bathroom or something, and it's just like a kids. It's like, yeah, it's like one of those free movies you watch on YouTube.
Everything happens off screen, right?
Yeah.
And they try to justify it
Yeah.
that so Candyman can only be seen in a mirror in this movie.
Okay.
So you can
Which is-
only see him in the reflection. So they do
Yeah.
these cool shots, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this girl, like the girls that get killed in the fucking like high school
Yeah.
bathroom.
Yes.
The girl that's in the toilet in the stall, right?
Mhm.
Like one of the girls drops like her makeup thing, and you can see like this little round mirror, right?
Okay.
And in it, you can see this like you can see Candyman like floating, like they just
Mhm.
levitate, they just like traverse the
Okay.
fucking space.
Yeah.
They're levitating and moving forward, and that's cool, right?
Yeah, it sounds interesting.
Except
yeah.
you don't see any fucking kills.
No, of course not. No. Why do you want
Ever.
to see those? It's not like
You-
a movie is rated R or something.
Only in
No,
the
it's
end you see
clearly
him like kill a cop.
PG-13.
You
I think you see him kill a cop in the end with his hook.
barely.
That's it.
Through a
Barely.
fucking,
Like through the
a
window.
fucking
Yeah, through the car.
window in the background, through a camera that has it like blurred out. It's fucking like you didn't take advantage of the rated R,
No, of course not.
right? Your kills would have been great,
Mm-hmm.
except we don't really see them.
No.
I mean,
Up. Jenova.
And he gone.
I think his mic just died. Jenova. Jenova. Your mic's muted. Chat might be able
oh
to hear you.
shit!
Okay,
Can
there
you
we
hear
go.
me, Gene?
Yes, I can hear you.
I gotta change batteries.
Okay. No worries. Me and Porky will
Porky.
talk for a little bit.
Porgy,
I'm posting my favorite song from the movie. in
Your
the
favorite song?
Discord music.
Okay.
Porgy, tell me about.
You skipped again. Tell him about what?
I think he's gone to change his batteries, Porky. Why don't you
let's
put it in the
see.
movie soundtracks? Because it's a movie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's only 2 minutes long.
Oh, that's fine. I'm sure
And
people
that's
if they want to listen to
the
it.
image, the screen cap for the YouTube video is like some of the more interesting paintings he makes right at
Okay.
the very end that you just barely see.
Yeah, that looks like it's supposed to be Candyman, I guess.
Those are the ones that he's like hunched over the canvas,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
stabbing the canvas with the brush.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. I wish he was doing that art the whole movie because the art in the beginning and stuff is so corny.
Trash. Trash art in the beginning.
Yeah, and actually, some of it's like meant to be trash because there's
Mhm.
one part where he's like got his new piece and it's before
Yeah.
the Candyman thing,
Yeah.
and the guy that gets murdered, the art exhibit.
Well,
guy,
you don't remember seeing the full thing about the Candyman movie, right, Porky?
the what?
I think the Candyman movie, the original one.
Yeah, I've never seen. I don't think I've seen the movie all the way through, to be honest.
Yeah, so here's the thing about the original Candyman. The black dude was a master class artist, like he was originally trained and everything else. He could paint
Oh.
really well. So that's probably why it has the whole thing of him going from like being kind of a mediocre artist to a really better artist is because Candyman's starting to possess him, maybe.
That's
You know what
probably
I mean?
yeah. See,
I'll
that would
give
be,
Yeah. It would
Yeah.
be it would be better if they probably tried to show you that, but they probably wouldn't
If they
really
explained
do
a
it
little
too
bit
much.
more.
Yeah. Because I bet they don't even mention anything about Candyman being an artist.
Yeah. I still think the Burke thing. It's like there could have been some better way
Oh, I'm sure there could have.
to have like moved that character from one thing to the other, where they could have like showed the progression instead of just being like, oh, he's like helping him,
Mhm.
and then oh, he's the bad guy, and there's like no. It wasn't even like a reveal thing, like, oh, it's mind blowing. It's just like, oh, it happened. It's like, why is this happening?
Mhm.
There probably could have been a way they could have done it where it's like that scene in the movie where it like blows your mind,
Mhm.
but that's not the reaction I got. Which I guess maybe the scene where, he sees his sister getting murdered or whatever. That's supposed to be the scene where it's like, oh my god, he's the bad guy. But even then, you're like, wait, his sister got murdered by Candyman. Why does he want to?
I don't know, Porky. It didn't sound
No.
like this fleshed out anything well from just hearing your and Jenova's talking of it.
The most annoying character in the movie
Mm-hmm.
is definitely the gay brother.
I'd imagine so.
So pretentious.
Well, yeah.
So obnoxious. Just awful. There's like this part where they're all like talking about wines.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying all these French names, and then all of a sudden he turns around, he's like, blah blah blah, that's a dessert wine. And then he like leaves the room. It's like, oh my god, I want to punch these people. Nobody gives a fuck. Oh, there's this one scene
Mm-hmm.
where the girlfriend, she's talking on the phone,
Yeah.
and she deals with art,
Yes.
but you don't really know what they're talking about. You just hear
Okay.
her side,
Uh-huh.
and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, this person's in rehab again.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh, it's one of her friends. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden she's like starts talking French.
Of course.
And then you realize it's not one of her black friends, it's this French chick or whatever, and she's an artist, and now she's in rehab again.
Okay.
But at the whole time you're thinking like, oh, it's one of these black people, and then
No, it's a
they
Frenchie.
They got
it's
me.
a Frenchie. They got
me.
you.
Okay.
And then she's speaking French.
Welcome
and
back,
it's, like,
Jenova.
more pretentious bullshit.
So
Mm-hmm.
two things, right?
Yes.
Gene,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think about
About that,
the
yeah.
original Candyman being an artist, and then
Yes.
like this new kid being an artist. I didn't even put that together. Right?
Yeah.
You just tried to make the movie better.
Yeah, because
Not even trying to.
Understand?
They didn't really
And they
put that
actually-
together
no,
in
they
the
do
movie
mention
either.
it. They
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 do.
mention it, but they don't really put it together for you in a way where it's
no,
like,
they don't. They
Mm.
do
It flows.
mention the entire Tony Todd Candyman.
yeah,
Yes.
They fucking do it with like puppets and shit. Like
Mhm.
yeah. They mention it as its own insulated story. It's like a story within a
Yeah,
story,
it's like the
Mhm.
first Candyman. This is where it comes from.
Yeah.
and they just barely like in a snippet. They just like, oh, he was an artist, but they kind of pass that over,
Yeah.
and they make it more about like, him and the woman being pregnant and all that.
He's a nagger.
Higher class
No,
one.
Porky,
Being
Porky.
treated like
At one point where I kind of laughed the third time watching it because it was just stupid funny. Is when the gay brother and Brianna have to come back and they're like, Tony, reveal yourself right now.
That was pretty funny.
I need to see. We are here to get her stuff, and we will leave with her stuff. Okay? Like that shit. That shit had me fucking dying.
Yeah, he was
God,
obnoxious.
what else? Oh yeah, he's super.
And I just don't. If that's the thing, it's like when you watch Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, and they have like that Chalice character,
Geographic, yeah.
and they have that Chalice character, like that is that person in real life. Like watch
Yeah.
that movie, that transgender person, that's who that person was in real life, and
Yeah.
that's what makes it so interesting. But in this movie, that gay guy, you can tell he's hamming it up,
Yeah.
and it would be better if he was just himself.
Even
'cause
when
it's
he
off-putting.
walks,
If
Even
he
when
was
he
actually that person in real
walks.
life, it would have been a little bit more interesting. It'd been like, wow, But no, it's like,
if he was that person
It's
in real
weird.
life, he would be a hate crime.
Yeah.
oh no, but it would have been more interesting. It would have been a better movie. Like those characters are better when they're real people, not when they're like contrived. You know what I
You
mean?
you don't get to exist. Don't fucking listen to the media. You
No.
don't get to exist like that.
No.
You're a
Well, no, I'm
hate
just
crime
saying those
waiting
characters.
to happen.
Those characters are always better when they're real people. When they're like contrived or they're like a
Like they're
they're like an
subtle.
exaggeration of something. They're like a
Okay. You're
cartoon. They're
going the
stupid,
opposite. Sure, yeah.
and you could
But
tell
that,
like that was
but that's what
contrived. Like
but
some
yeah,
director
but
was like,
that's what they
"Ham it
always
up,
push for,
ham it
right?
up."
They're like, we're just like people.
Dying.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're just people. Like, you don't have to like. But like, anytime they're shown, for the most part, they're always contrived and exaggerated and shit like that to get it. You know what the best gay thing ever is? And Gene, you actually brought it up earlier without even knowing it.
Okay.
Oh, I actually brought it up.
Okay.
Is Psycho Gorman.
Oh yeah, that's right.
One of the greatest gay things ever.
I don't
is-
like hunky boys.
I don't
Or do
care
I?
for hunky boys. And
Or
then he
do I?
stares at that magazine and he's like, or do I?
Do I? Yeah.
It's one of the greatest gay things ever. Nobody has any. It's like it's perfectly balanced.
My hunky boys.
But when you have these, as you said, Porgy, like these contrived, fucking pretentious, exaggerated, fucking
Stereotypes.
Yeah.
stereotype characters, you're like, that guy's just waiting to be dragged behind a fucking truck.
And there's
Yeah.
there's the other stuff of them being like upper class. There's the scene where
Yeah.
like she's speaking French, and there's the scene where they're talking about the wine, and you can tell. You just understand by like
beginning.
watching the movie. You realize that the writers weren't actually that smart. Like the writers had to
No.
like write up to that point, and then they had to like write in the bylines like look up
Yep.
fancy French words for them to say, or like
Yep.
you know what I mean. Like they weren't intelligent enough to
Consult a
just
Haitian.
write that. They were like
Yeah.
consult person who knows about rich things.
Yes.
You can tell the whole script is written like that. It's just not good.
No.
No.
This movie is pretentious.
Yeah.
You know what this movie should have been about? I'll
Mm.
tell you this right now. So, like, oh, Candyman is here to like avenge, or that's what Burke does. He brings Candyman back. He brings that legend back to push this legend, right?
Mm-hmm.
To avenge all the innocent black men who have been killed.
Uh-huh.
So, but only white people die. Only cops
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
This movie should have been about inner city gang violence.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what Candyman should have been about.
Yeah.
Could you imagine this movie and how better it would have been if they were killing gang members? And I'll even let you kill a corrupt cop here or there
Mhm.
because that happens.
Yes, it does.
But like,
Imagine
what about
inner city
all
gangs just being
what
killed.
about
Yeah.
all the innocent black people
Mm-hmm.
who had nothing to do with anything, who are killed by other black people.
Mm-hmm.
Black
Exactly.
on black crime
Yeah.
is fucking real,
Yes, it is.
and it's fucking. You're genociding yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the new FBI crime statistic just dropped like yesterday.
Oh yeah, what are they?
And, like murders up
Forty?
30% or something.
Oh no, you don't
Yeah,
say.
it's the worst year since like before Reagan was president or something.
Since before Getz got a fucking handgun and walked the subways.
I would even say it would have been good if like the focus would have been on getting revenge. But then in the course of revenge, it turns out that Candyman can't be controlled and he just kills people. Like he
Yeah.
kills just as many innocent black
No,
people
that's
as he
good,
does
too.
bad people. And you
Yeah,
learn that like that kind of
Yes.
revenge you don't gain anything from.
No.
That's better than what I was coming up with, Porky. No, that's really good. That's like,
Yeah.
oh, we really want to get revenge, but it gets out of control.
Yeah, like do
Mhm.
you really
And
want to
you
pay that
re-
price? Do you want
Yeah.
to pay
Right.
the price of innocent people?
Yeah. No, that's fucking really good, Porky. I agree with that.
But that would
However,
require,
Porky,
creative
that
people.
requires creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Introspection.
requires
Yeah.
exactly. It requires an actual knowledge of the real world,
Which these people don't fucking
which
have.
they don't have.
No. None of that. They
So,
got none of that shit.
to wrap things up, Porky, let's do two things, right? What do you think the best scene is, Porky, for Candyman?
I was telling Gene, I think you were gone.
Okay.
I really liked the hole in the wall.
In
I
the
thought
beginning.
that was done pretty well. Just the fact that it kind of looked like paint on the wall, and then it kind of looked like you
Right.
could see into it. You couldn't really tell if
Yeah.
it was a hole.
You thought
at
it
the
was a
beginning.
shadow at first.
But then all of a sudden
Oh,
you see like things
shadow.
lurking inside, and you're like, okay. And then the way that they move out,
Yeah, and the guy
like-
steps out of it.
yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. What about the worst scene? What do you think the worst?
I mean, the worst / best scene
Okay,
is when she's
okay.
like, "I'm in here," and then he the cop just runs in the room. It's like,
Bang, bang.
okay, and then bang bang, like not even like
yeah.
there wasn't even like a split second.
That's just how
between the
reality
two, it was
works
like-
with police, obviously. They just come in
It's like, oh
blowing you
my
away.
god.
clearly
I
reality.
I think shit like that goes to show you how dumb black people are, and
Yeah.
how they actually think that that's reality.
My very first thought was, oh shit, body cams, bro. Body
Oh, yeah.
cam. How do you
Yeah.
explain that, bro?
Yeah.
I was like, this movie
He's-
would have been fine if it was done
He's
like 10 years ago.
laying
before body-
down in her arms.
Boom,
And
boom.
here's the thing, Gene. You don't
Mhm.
see the cop. You see a shadow. You see a silhouette of the cop.
You
on
don't
the
even
wall.
see Candyman getting
Okay.
shot.
Yeah, you
Okay.
don't see any of that. She's
Okay.
crying for help. She's like, "We're gonna get you to the hospital. We're in here. We're in here." And the
Mhm.
fucking cop goes in, goes, "Put your hands up!" Bang, bang, bang. He fucking just shoots.
Yeah.
Jesus.
She
the
she doesn't get hit, even though he's literally laying in her lap.
Yeah, and the entire time the camera's on her, like hunched over him.
Yeah.
You never actually see the camera on
It's
the Candyman
the
at all. So you don't even see him get
worst.
shot. You just see her reaction. You hear the bang bang, and then
It's
her
so
face going to like there and here to like shock. And you don't even know like, is he okay? Like she has blood on her clothes, I guess, maybe from blood
Feels
spatter, but
forced.
you don't
Doesn't it feel
see
forced?
anything.
It is forced. It's all
It's-
forced.
It's
Well,
so
yeah, but, like,
stupid.
This is the worst part of it. Like, it feels really forced because they need a way for him to be the new Candyman, and he
Yeah,
can't
so he
do
has
that
to
'cause
die.
He's technically still alive, but he has.
Yeah.
Not only does he have to die, Gene.
He has to die by white people.
have to kill him.
Of course.
So,
Even though the blood loss and everything else is from a fucking
Right.
black dude.
right. Even though it's a black guy that put him in this situation to begin
Yep.
with.
Yeah, it's Whitey's fault.
That's why I came up with the inner city thing. However, I think Porky has the best fucking way to do Candyman. Is to literally create him for revenge, but then for him to get out of control
Mm-hmm.
and realize that type of like
Revenge gets you nothing.
Like gets you nothing.
No. Doesn't get you anything.
That Porky, congratulations, because you just made the best Candyman reboot fucking that will never be made.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it should be. You're 100% right, Porky.
Hell, shit, you could just literally put the thing of, like, his mom getting killed by cops or something, like the character
Yeah.
that's the baby, and
This
then
is
just
what I
have
want.
him, have him some revenge and all that shit.
Yeah.
That's the
So
whole
like
point.
if this Candyman is like Halloween 2 or something,
No.
right? You know, it's like more of like a classic or whatever. It's like it's like one of the original Halloween movies. Then the next
Uh-huh.
Candyman, okay, just follow, okay?
Okay.
Just
Then
follow.
the next Candyman needs to be like H2O or something, or like one of those ridiculous ones. Like the next Candyman should just be like Michael Myers Candyman, just like slaughtering police officers for an hour and a half. Like unstoppable force.
I would have preferred that movie than the movie we watched.
Like over the top, corny.
Over the
Like
top.
Well,
cheesy
Buster
kills.
Rhymes has to be in it so
Buster
that you can
Rhymes.
fight him.
Every, like, going into every single fucking police department and just killing cops for an hour and a half while going trick or treat, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like you know who Candyman is a great white shark with a hook for a fin. I would have fucking preferred that over the shit we watched. Jordan Peele is trying too hard to prove he's black because he's married to a white woman.
Yeah.
Candyman 3D.
Well, yeah.
Candyman 3D.
Oh,
there you go. We got Candyman and this Candyman 2 reboot-ish, number 2, and then Candyman 3D.
Candyman 3D. You want some sweets?
Johnny.
Yeah, I like it, Porgy. I like it. So, Porgy, what do you rate Candyman 2021?
I like that one song. That's it.
Okay, that's not a
what is
rating.
that? What is that rate? I don't know.
You can rate it yourself.
It was better than.
You tell me.
I don't know.
What it rates, Porgy.
I don't. I usually when I rate stuff, I like to see all my ratings so I know where things go. But
it's not Army of the Dead, is it?
It was better than Karen.
And it's not Army of the Dead, which
Karen
you have
is the
PTSD
worst movie
over.
of the year. Of course, it's better than Karen.
It probably was slightly better than Army of Dead.
You know what I
guess.
told Gene? I said Candyman, more like Blandy.
Candyman, yeah.
It's a fucking 0 out of 5. Don't pretend it's not. Yeah, it's got some good music and it's got some great cinema. It's got really
Jenova,
good cinematography.
Not good music, just that one song I posted. In the
Just that
soundtrack.
one song.
It's
just
that
that
one
one
2-minute song.
bad. It
that
is
they played more than once.
so bad and pretentious. And
dude, when the art chick gets killed, the Joy Division chick,
yeah,
to whatever that actor, dude, his reaction, he's like, "Is this real? Is this real?" His reaction is so stupid. It's so dumb.
I can handle being called a bitch. I can handle it.
Like she's like bleeding out on the floor and her throat's slit and there's like a huge puddle of blood, and he's just like standing. He's like kneeling over. He's like, "Is this real? Is this real? Is this real?"
The editing
bad
is amateur.
Yeah, imagine.
The editing, like the cuts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even in scene cuts.
Oh Jesus.
Is fucking bad.
Oh boy.
It's amateur at best.
Dude.
There's like a few scenes where like the camera angles are kind of decent and some of the angles are interesting.
There are very interesting.
But then when it gets to the kill scenes, it's like some kind of like B-grade like sci-fi movie that Casper Van Dien would star in.
Casper Van Dien.
Yeah,
it's like Snake
really
2 or something.
Yeah.
It's like Anaconda 4.
The cinematography that looks really good. Like there's one scene where he's walking.
It's almost like there's two different directors.
Well, yeah, there is, because one of them is Jordan Peele.
That's
yeah.
That's kind of what I figured.
And the shit that you like, right? The 9% of the movie that you like, that's Jordan Peele.
Okay.
The rest of it is Nia DaCosta pretending to be Jordan Peele. Because that's what black people do these days when they make a horror sci-fi type film.
Gotta be Jordan Peele.
They all pretend. Even Karen was trying to be Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
They all want to be Get Out. And that's their biggest downfall. It's a 0 out of 5. Porky, what do you rate it?
Yeah, I'll give it a 0.
Yeah. It's a fucking 0.
Yeah,
It's not a
I'm not
negative
surprised.
0. There are
No.
some things in it, right?
Mhm.
Should you watch it? Never.
No.
Never. Jordan Peele should be ashamed. He fucked up Candyman.
Mm-hmm.
Nia
He should be.
DaCosta is a talentless hack. She has no. Nia DaCosta is where she is right now because of the color of her skin,
Mm-hmm.
not because of any talent that she has.
Yeah.
Candyman 2021. It's not a negative 0.
No,
not
but
the
it's still a
worst
0.
movie. The worst movie is Karen.
Mm-hmm.
The worst movie of the year is fucking Karen. Porky, you got those notes? You got those Karen notes? Porky,
I deleted them.
you know. Remember when she like washes away the fucking she throws that bucket of water on the Black Lives Matter chalk on the fucking crowd right in the beginning of the movie?
Beautiful.
It's
That's it.
bad.
That's that bitch from the
CGI.
restaurant. Oh yeah, Karen? Oh yeah, she is a Karen.
Oh, wait.
No, her name is
Wait.
Karen.
Wait. She's a Karen and her name is Karen? Like these motherfuckers
Wow,
thought
clever.
they were clever. By putting that in
Clever.
They tried to lampshade it, Gene.
Uh-huh, they
Yeah.
did.
They
It didn't
tried
work.
to lampshade their incompetence.
Of course they did.
I'll fucking lone wolf, okay? Anyway.
I wouldn't be surprised if even Jordan Peele got the Karen script and probably just passed on it. That's how bad
Passed
Karen
on
is.
it?
Even
Yeah.
Jordan Peele's like, nope.
Even Jordan
Nope.
Peele.
And then they got Coke Daniels to do it. And Coke Daniels like, yeah, I could be Jordan Peele. Anyway. Candyman 0 out of 5. I think Porky and I both agree.
Yeah.
There are things, but the majority of them is not things.
If you're gonna watch a movie that has Candyman in it, just watch the fucking
I
original.
actually
Would be
have a
my.
list of fucking reviews, but we're so far over time.
Yeah.
Like, if you go to the IMDb
Mm-hmm.
and you click reviews, like the one review you'll see will be a big review, and it'll be
Mhm.
like talking about how all the other reviewers are racist or whatever. But like the majority of reviews are like 1 to 3 stars. They
Mhm.
are not good reviews.
No.
Bland,
Yep.
boring.
Yeah.
Character development is poor.
Mm-hmm.
The script, like, and it's a lot of people going, I was super excited, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's even a review that said, give the guy who made the trailer a raise because he fucking made such a good trailer.
For trash.
That's
like,
funny.
I mean,
I didn't even watch
Most
the
of-
trailer.
well, most of us who are smart enough can see through the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say one of my favorite scenes. I'm gonna end on a good note, right?
Okay.
One of my favorite scenes is when Yaya goes back to talk to his mom,
Mm-hmm.
and he mentions the name Candyman, and his mom goes, up.
Yep.
Like she cuts him off right there. She goes,
Mhm.
we don't say that name, right? Don't
Yep.
say that. She points at him. Don't say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is a really good scene.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get to the end of the second act. Oh, that's what we should talk about, Gene. Or Porky. It's an hour and a half, Gene.
Wow, it seems like
90
it's
minute
longer
movie,
than
hour and a
that.
half, and it feels like fucking 2 hours.
Ooh.
I
Yeah.
hate how long this movie feels.
Mm-hmm.
The second half seemed like it went faster than the first.
Yeah, but Porky, I'm at an hour and 15 minutes, and I'm like, just end already.
Yeah. I watched the first 45 minutes or whatever last night, and then the second 45, so
Yeah,
It
and,
did-
and
yeah.
you want it to end. You're like,
Pretty
just
much, yeah.
fucking
He had
end.
a time
We
to-
get
He
it.
he had it, so he didn't go through straight. So he had, he just ended it when he wanted to end it.
Yeah, he did his thing.
Yeah.
I watching it for the third time.
Mhm.
I watched it
3
I watched
times.
It,
3
Well,
times.
I watched it 3 times, which I usually don't do. I watched it twice.
Yeah.
The third time, well, the second time I watched it, I was taking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
But I
you
watched
do.
it again today because I happened to get off work
Mm-hmm.
about 30 minutes early. So I was like, all right, I can just make sure it's fresh in my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did it for you, all you
people.
people who aren't here.
Yeah.
So 0 out of 5. Porky and I
Mhm.
both agree 0 out of 5 for the Candyman.
Yeah.
2021. It is it. Black people should be ashamed. Nia DaCosta won't be ashamed.
No,
Jordan Peele should be ashamed.
he won't be though.
Stop pretending you're black, Jordan. You're not.
No.
You're not even close. I'm blacker than Jordan Peele.
When are we gonna let Key freaking
He's doing
direct a horror
Schmigga
movie?
Magoon or whatever the fuck he's fucking doing right now. He's trying. He's trying.
When does he get his chance?
He doesn't, because apparently they need to just go back to comedy at this point.
He should direct a horror movie called Get In.
Get in.
Get in. Hey, it's just Nicolas Cage driving up to hitchhikers. Get in. All right, we're done. We're out of here. Candyman, 0 out of 5. Porky and I both agree, which is Porky, I think, a first for both of us.
Yeah.
Porky, I appreciate you coming out tonight and reviewing Candyman. I know you're a busy dude. Appreciate it. Wasn't sure if you'd be here, but it was glad to have you.
Yeah, I don't think
Gene.
I'm gonna be here for anything for next week or so. So
Well, that's
Okay.
fine. You do your thing, bro. That's IRL shit.
Don't forget the movie caption contest, movie picture, and movie hangman are going to Discord, so be sure to play those. And don't forget tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in
Play
the
what?
Discord, there will be a Red Reel Theater double
play
feature.
what, Gene?
I'm not going to remind your smooth brain.
It's because I already forgot.
I know. The smoothest of brains, Porky.
Joke's on you, because I already forgot. Caption contest, movie hangman, movie Pictionary. It's all happening right now.
Yep.
I personally, Gene, I would go right into that movie caption contest because there is a great picture used that, is so funny that funny people could really do something with. Better hurry up before it gets changed in the next 4 hours. There's another game coming. Don't worry, I've got it. It's coming. I'm working on it.
Be
busy,
worried.
Gene. Be worried. I don't like funny games.
It'd be nicer if you were dead.
All right, we're done. Porky, I love you. You can leave. You can go to bed. I know you're fucking tired as shit.
Yeah.
All right, we're out of here. Thanks, everybody, for coming out and giving us a piece of your time.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you guys on Friday. Good night.